Are we up?
Oh. We are.
We are!
Welcome to our next episode of Fall of Uther, episode 2. Tonight we're gonna dig into some lovely Cornwall action, which should be fine. Can't see there being any dramatic tension there.
No problems whatsoever. We've been ordered by our king.
Mr. Bob, I think the stream music is pretty loud. I'm having trouble hearing this over it. Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm. So for my voice, it gets classically drowned out. If you didn't catch that, we are in Cornwall for episode 2. So let us talk about the Cornwall campaign. I think we're going to start with just kind of an overview of what Cornwall is. So Cornwall is 2 things in our setting. It is the Duchy of Cornwall, which involves the county of Gigant, the county of Ascalon, and the county of Tintagel. The county of Tintagel being where tonight's episode is going to largely focus on. And it's also a kingdom down here. Why is it both? Because politics and feuding in the feudal society. That's why. So, our Duke Gorlois is the Duke of Cornwall for the Duchy of Cornwall in Logris. So technically, these 3 up here are part of Logris, which is why they're green. Logris being, of course, our wonderful Utherian nation that will never fall or never topple, never run into any trouble.
Logris forever.
Yeah. And then
Logris
there's the Kingdom of
represents.
Cornwall, which is this tiny branch of what was former, I guess, linked to Brittany at one point. So as Brittany's line had to, in Crusader Kings when you have 2 sons, so you have to give up your demesnes to both. Yeah, that kind of thing happened.
Yeah, you go to Arizona, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't kill your son to make the inheritance go smoothly.
Never happens in this setting. So no one ever kills anybody.
You
And
wait.
no one ever has sons with their sisters. So that's also another thing.
No, of course not. Of course not. We just hide the entire Pendragon lineage.
Right? We've decided to carve out everything that is that involves incest. Well, that's the game.
Well,
Yep.
I hope you guys have enjoyed. That's it.
There's just like a handful of Saxons just left.
That's it. Just a couple of encounters of Saxons and the game's over. So, all right. Why don't we do some intros? I'm Bob, and then we'll go down to Thomas.
Hello, we're going down to Thomas. We're gonna have ourselves a time. My name's Thomas. I'll be playing Sir Edrich of House Winterbourne, Stoke. And Edric's got a lot riding on this in general. Because if he does well, and Uther stays true to his word, which I'm sure he will, he may get permission to emancipate his love interest, so she can go other places without Edrich dying. So maybe she'll marry him, maybe she'll just be free and relatively happy. Who can say? All we have to do is kill, and kill again, and everything will be fine.
True.
Vroom.
Mark, you're next.
Hello, I am Mark, and today I will probably be playing either Sir Florence or his dear brother Sir Rhodri. We'll see how today goes. Yeah, I'm excited to do some stuff that definitely won't have large ramifications on the future. Excited.
Not even a little bit. Right.
That's another thing. I'll also be Sir Cynstenian of the Winterbourne Stoke, hypothetically.
Then we'll go into less focused Liam camera.
Hi, I tried to fix it. But
It was so
didn't
good
work.
for a while. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know.
It's
I
back.
don't know
It's
what
good
happened.
again. It's good again.
Hell yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Liam. I'm playing Sir Perin of Durnford. That's all. Goodbye.
But it's a good day, sir.
I had to compensate for the unfocused camera by being extremely focused myself.
So far, I introduced myself as I'm Bob, so don't feel. All right. was the competition. Let's go to our episode.
Scared.
Okay, so we made some decisions about who's going where, but we're gonna kind of take a step back and play through that a little bit.
All right.
Because I think it would be interesting to get the characters' interactions. So we're gonna start with your 3 main characters, and we'll go from there. This is on the so you've mustered. The muster takes place in London, and then kind of collects as it goes further west. So stops in Berwick, stops in Silchester, stops in Salisbury, and then on to Cornwall from there. One thing that's very clear as you move into the borders of Cornwall, they're not harrying you along the way. It's clear that they have mustered themselves in defense. So very, very likely that they are in their greatest places. You know, they're in their Helm's Deeps equivalent, right? Like doing what they can. So
they're preparing.
We're absolutely going to die and be hit with a rear charge.
Okay.
You think Gorlois, the smasher of Eosa, is gonna have like tactics and strategy? No.
I'm half his size, Perin.
Yeah, so we'll start with Florence and Perin, Edrich. This is like the greater muster as you're passing through. You've gone through Gigant and you're into Ascalon at this point. You're riding together. Up ahead is Uther, Madoc. Even Merlin is riding a horse and traveling along. Your favorites?
I do not. Yeah, favorites. We like them all in various different ways, with caveats that some characters despise them. Yeah. But yes, Edrich will say, I do not like this. This feels different to other musters we have been on, and it's mostly the speed in which we're traveling. Edrich has been laser-focused pretty much the entire way here, but now we've crossed through the borders of Gigant, moving into Tintagel. He's expecting a battle almost all the time, because he is a pessimist at heart. And it has become clear.
As a note, Sir Florence himself is riding upon the charger that was given to him by Duke Gorlois. He kind of sits upon it ready, his hand kind of wrapped around the reins. It is holding it a little tighter than perhaps he would normally. Clearly there's something going on, either internally, but he doesn't seem to voice anything. But he would turn to his friend Sir Edrich and go, Yes, well, we go where our king commands. We do as we are ordered.
Quite so. That said, it is unusual, but all will be well so long as we do our best. The enemy will be well rested and we will not, but we will best them anyway.
Perin is, as he has been basically all year, quite quiet. He's riding alongside you, but his gaze is kind of distant. And in general, when you've tried to talk to him, he's been kind of like, Oh, yeah, of course.
Go you to Terrible or Tintagel. I realize we did not speak much of it. All right, I'll go first. I'm going to Terrible.
Oh, good. Perin kind of shakes his head a little bit, and he goes, huh? Oh, Tintagel. And he doesn't offer any further explanation than that.
Florence just turns the other and goes, I march with our count. To Tirabel.
Quite so. And likewise. I imagine the fighting will be somewhat thicker there, as we must fight to stop anyone reinforcing the Duke over at Tintagel. But
Battle test, y'all.
oh, battle test. Yes.
All three again.
Hell yes.
Everything seems to be going just fine.
What a lovely day.
Mm.
What a lovely day.
What a lovely day.
Take that back, you bastard.
Witness me.
As a success from everybody except for Mark.
So for Edrich and Perin, it's a little bit different. I think this goes in line with what Edrich was kind of alluding to in character, but not only are things rushed, but Uther doesn't wait in Salisbury for the rest of his muster to arrive. Instead, he does a count and says, "Good enough. We must push and proceed." And you end up without your eastern support, or western support, sorry.
Okay.
Still a very
That's-
large force, but well beyond what you had in Bedegrain, but still.
Yeah, but that triggers exactly the thing that Perin is particularly worried about. So
Yeah.
I think he's not at all surprised, but also very upset.
Yeah.
But that precisely is exactly why Edrich has to do his best. Because if not, we're going to get pincered between the two castles.
Oh, there's so many things that could go wrong.
Okay.
In any case, yes.
Go ahead.
One way or the other, this will test us in more ways than one. We are, I suppose, not alone, but we are few in our understanding of Duke Gorlois as an honorable man. This recent turning of coat is understandable in some ways. So, when you go to Tintagel, Sir Perin, I would ask that Uther's eyes will be on you, most likely, and at least in a secondary fashion, will be on me and Florence. Things will get awkward if there is doubt on us, particularly in these late moments. Edrich looks around. Is there anyone listening in?
Florence.
No, I don't think so. Your squires.
It is
maybe.
plain. The squires are barely people. They'll keep our secrets.
Yeah.
They have to, or they won't be knights.
No, yeah. Edric's good to Edric's good to his squire, but also, yeah. He will say, "I saw in Uther's eyes a deep madness in regards to this. Once we solve it, he will get better, and in this I trust. But it is also quite plain to see that he does this not to curb the ambitions of an errant duke, but for something more carnal in nature, and I'm sure that's agreeable to some. I would ask that things not get too out of hand, but I also understand that he is our king. We must fix this problem so that he can get back to ruling properly."
What did you want of me, Edrich?
You and I both know why this war is happening. It is the Lady Igraine that is the cause of this. No, it is Uther that is the cause of this and his lust for Lady. There is going to be a choice that any knight would make in the castle you're going to go in, and that is part of the reason why I am elsewhere. Whatever you choose, I will stand by you. Though understand that one of them will involve making an enemy, or at least our king distrustful of us, which is standing up to him.
Perin smiles at Edrich and goes, Edrich, I promise you I would never put you in an uncomfortable position. I've made my peace with all that I've had to. We'll leave it at that. I have my reasons for choosing to go with Uther, as I'm sure you do have yours for being as far away from him as you can.
Quite so. Once this is dealt with, and his mind is at rest, then we can return to, the standard running of things, where he points and we kill. But as it is, elsewhere.
I have no desire to shatter the illusion for you, Edrich. But if you think this is going to end here, and he just kind of looks away and he goes, this is setting a very dangerous precedent, Edrich. And people, especially the people in power, they're going to notice.
There will be many rebellions in the years to come. But, hopefully, it will be because the standard was set, and not because specifically Uther is cornered. In those later dates. Uther is the rightful king. On this we can agree. He wields the sword, and with it in his hand, all seems right.
Right.
If that is not the case, then things will become untenable within this island.
We can both agree on that. Yes. Good luck, and keep yourself safe. You too, Florence?
Smile appears on his face. Of course, Sir Baron. I wish the same to you.
I would really hate to notice in 5 years that you lost your leg in combat. It would be quite tragic, I think.
I do not plan to, so you have no worry for that, my friend. No hint
Right
of
over his
irony.
head. All right. So I think with that, there's kind of a call. Signals are made, and the groups begin to divide. We will do one more battle test for y'all.
I'm expecting to fail this, but let's just see.
Success.
Oh, another success.
I clicked the button. Ah, there we
Yeah.
go. Success for all of us. Hooray! Battle
Yeah,
Boys!
feeling good, feeling good. Battle bros. That's what they call
Battle-
us.
Hello, Battle Bro.
Uther
Honorable
takes,
Battle
Bro.
Brother.
Uther takes only about a quarter of the muster with him. The other 3/4 are directed towards Terraville. You've all visited Tintagel. Tintagel is going to be a very long, very drawn out siege. At its best, even if you were to be able to penetrate its defenses, you're looking at about 4 people wide being able to enter Tintagel. It's going to be a very drawn out affair. Strategically, this is likely being done because with Terraville conquered, There's no risk of a rout, like no risk of being flanked. And then the majority of the forces can come support the otherwise exhausted forces that Uther's taking with him to Tintagel. I'm giving you all that because you passed the battle rules.
Gotcha.
Indeed.
Yeah.
The strategy is sound as far as it goes.
As far as it goes.
Have fun with that, Perin.
I am very confident that Uther is very confident in what his plan is here.
And if it's a siege, you don't even have to do anything. You just have to like wait in the tents while people starve.
You're like, I believe
Great.
that Uther believes, you know.
Believe in
beginning to
believe in the
and he
me
has
that
since
believes in you.
childhood. I believe in the him that believes in himself.
So we're gonna
Believe in the Uther
focus
that believes in you.
first on those going to Terrible. Don't worry, we'll be focusing on both. So I'm cutting you over right now to Virgil for this.
It's Virgil time.
Yeah.
Virgil.
So don't worry, you won't be sitting out in quiet. You'll be playing Virgil. Your icons are cut over and everything. So you are Liam as Sir Virgil.
I am Liam as Sir Virgil.
Yeah.
Oh, yes!
I am the storm that is.
Revolving.
Okay.
Just
So
remind- Go ahead.
as the groups begin to break, you see two figures kind of approaching you on horse. It's Madoc and Merlin.
Virgil has no
My
strong
prince?
opinions, so he's good.
Okay.
He's good. Hell yeah, I'm so glad I'm playing a character that doesn't give a shit about Merlin for once in my life.
Good. So you don't like your mouth doesn't twist like you swallowed a lemon as you like glare daggers at the most powerful wizard in the world.
Virgil's just wondering what that African swallow's doing over here. It seems way too large of a bird to be out here.
What's its
African or
airspeed
European
velocity?
swallow?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
As they approach, Edrich gives a respectful nod to the both. Your Highness, I druid.
Florence just goes, my prince. And doesn't regard the pagan.
He's
Prince
invisible.
Madoc?
I
How can
forgot.
we be of service to you today?
Just a quick aside, I forgot Florence's first interaction with the whole sword quest one. It was like Jaren is saying something, and Mark's like, "Oh, the pagan."
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
That was his
You know, it
knowledge
actually
of
might
Merlin.
just be him going, who is this guy? I've seen him before somewhere. Merle? No.
Merle. Merlin.
Merle, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my aside, but Sir Knights, are you ready for the siege ahead?
We are, by
Looking
and
forward
large.
to it. Oh, sorry, Sir Edrich, by all means.
No worries. We are all equals here. Beyond, of course, the prince. And he gives a nod there. And will say, we will be staggered from the long ride up. But needless to say, we are more than equal to the Cornwall.
I have to admit, Prince Madoc, I'm a little surprised that my brother isn't joining you. He speaks quite highly of your prowess.
Yes. I guess he supposed, well, with his new position and all, perhaps he wished to treat with the king. Understandable. Or perhaps it's that missing hand of his, who's to say.
I find his mind is often an enigma, but I I don't think he's forgotten who his friends are. I'll leave it at that.
He nods. That was the least of my worries. Today I worry about killing Cornwall Knights. Or, well, anyone in service to the Duke. Once we get the Duke finally dealt
Raiders.
with, we have a decade of wasted time to make up for.
May
Indeed.
I ask you a question, my prince?
Of course.
Have you ever fought a fellow knight before?
Yes. Have you?
I have, though I would struggle to call him a knight.
I see. I find it easier to think of them all as Saxons. Some wear armor, some don't.
An interesting way to look at it. But yes, once we have dealt with the Duke and the King is settled, then we can turn our eyes eastward and make our shores safer.
Forgive my ignorance in saying, but a traitor bleeds all the same to me as a Saxon. I look forward to being the kind of knights that we're expected to be and doing the kind of heroism that we're expected to do. But it doesn't make much difference to me what direction we're facing. I'd like the Saxons driven off of Logris as much as I'd like these traitors to be dealt with. I'm looking forward to the fight either way.
Except that we do not fight Saxons. We fight the Cymric, our own blood.
Tactics are different, as is the standard arms and armor. More cavalry, too, but they will be within their castle unless they sally out.
Madoc
The approach
says,
is
go
different.
ahead.
It has to. Oh, sorry. The
No.
approach is different. It has to be. But they bleed all the same. They stopped being our kinsmen the moment that Gorlois decided to betray our king. It's that simple. It's that simple to me. Don't you agree, my prince?
I agree for the most part. I know for younger knights it might seem complicated. Not to say I'm a veteran of great years myself, but I
Fact.
was there to fight King Pascient and King Bedegrin and others. And what I will say is that each of those times I looked to the west and I saw no Gorlois forces. He divides us as Cymric. He divides us as Logris. How long can we truly allow that to happen? I would much rather be in the east right now, seeing to that new king, or the King of Kent, or the King of South Seax, or whatever other Bretwald they refer to. We have 2 in custody we have not hanged yet. If we're to go west, it's as Father said, or even as Merlin said. It's about one nation, right? And he looks to Merlin and Merlin says, indeed, one land. That is, all we can all hope for. All we can all fight for.
Quite
One
so.
land, one king. What a fun expression. I wonder where that came from. Did Uther come up with it with himself, or was it simply inscribed on the sword? I never found out myself. I've never had the courage to ask Perin about it.
Oh, no. Very old tale, you see. A tale that comes with the sword itself, the sword of victory. Though I can't say it's ever been wielded, not before
See?
Uther.
What a
It's
mighty
a
king
mighty
he
old
is.
sword for it
Excuse
to
me.
never have touched hands.
And with that, Florence kind of begins to ride away, making his way over to Count Roderick,
Yeah.
leaving the conversation.
Merlin,
Interesting.
if you would forgive me addressing such matters. You as well, Madoc. I have noted that the king is not himself recently. Is all well in more personal affairs?
Merlin doesn't say a word, but Madoc will say, In truth, I think he's finally hit his limit with the Duke. His winter was the last of it. I cannot say whether he's well or not. He's driven. It is both worrisome and encouraging. It's best to deal with this at once, I would say. To rip off, break down the barrier for anything in our way. The Saxons must be dealt with, and we've wasted time. First in Soissons, and then with this charade. We could have dealt with the Duke 2 years ago, but no. For a time, he joined us. For a time, he became my father's ally, only to leave again.
Well, whatever else, I wholeheartedly agree. Now that the problem has arisen, getting it dealt with quickly will cause fewer problems later on. Drawing it out leaves more poison in the wound.
I agree, and we can't afford any more division while the Saxons remain to our shores.
Yes, I'm quite curious to see what it's like to fight a knight. The Saxons, they have no honor, but it'll be interesting to try to fight some soldiers who believe in something.
Well, fighting knights is interesting, but if you're looking for knights with honor, I don't think you'll find them in Cornwall, Madoc says.
That said, the standard rules apply.
Time will
Jugular, arms, underneath shoulder. The same things we are taught to watch out for. Go there and they will bleed in great torrents. Or hit them harder.
Time will tell, I suppose. Well, I don't know about you, but all this talk is getting my blood pumping. What do you say we start getting prepared?
Right, so.
Indeed.
The vanguard, who leads it?
Oh, I volunteer. Not to lead, mind you, just to participate.
Madoc smiles at that and says, well, Terrible is left to my command, so you Salisbury knights have proven yourself time and time again. Perhaps I will speak with the Count. But let us set up camp first, prepare our siege.
Thank you,
Huzzah.
my prince. Oh yeah, Count Roderick leading the van. This is everything.
All right. Mark, did you want an interaction, or is it more that you're just kind of identifying that Florence is riding with Roderick specifically?
A little interaction would be useful, because it does want to get Roderick's thoughts on the matter. That everything is going on here.
Okay. You ride up beside Roderick. Roderick is with Elad and Imi, amongst others.
Mm-hmm. With that,
And
Florence
just to
will
piss off the Summerlanders, Sir Loof is around him somewhere.
Hey!
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, I know him. Supposedly he
Virgil.
should die.
Virgil probably likes that guy,
He
actually.
was rather nice. I remember he was kind of a cool dude. But yes, Florence would, of course, give a slight curt bow to Sir Count Roderick and go, Your Grace, Sir Knights, as he turned to the other three. Kind kind of joins into formation with them.
Sir Florence. Good to see you. This is the Count.
Yes, it's good to see you as well. I just finished a rousing conversation with the Prince, Sir Madoc. He seems very gun-ho about the situation. Not gun-ho. Lance-ho about the situation.
No, it's gung ho
It-
with a G at the end, so
No.
it's not in relation to the weapon. You
I
can
think
use
it
it fine.
I think it's dung ho, and it has to do with something that the commoners do.
Gung-ho,
I'm
yeah.
sure.
No, actually, I got the perfect one.
Yeah.
He seems, well, ready to lance the very walls themselves.
Is that a flaw in him? I mean,
Oh, sorry.
I
I think
feel
don't
like
think you're here.
he's.
Yeah,
Here, I
Florence
think
wrote
you'll-
ahead.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Yeah. But don't worry, we will
My
have
bad.
a little
I
bit of that.
misunderstood.
No, you're all
Yeah.
good. Florence departed while you guys were still talking with Madoc and Merlin.
Gotcha.
He just adds simply, the Duke has made his choices. I understand his reasoning for departing, if the rumors are true. But it is still his king, and this would not be the first slight. How many slights can one expect to make and remain alive? It's a difficult question and an even more difficult answer. I will not enjoy defeating the Duke of Cornwall. I think he would have made a very prominent ally for Logris. But I believe, one way or the other, this is the end of Gorlois.
I would agree with that assessment. My only wonder is, what is to happen to Cornwall when he is gone?
If I had to guess, it'll be much the same as what happened in Pendragon. Counts will be named. It will not be chosen for another duchy. Instead, the lands will be divided amongst lesser lords, lords with less power, lords with less ability to uprise and ignore the king's calls for muster. In turn, Uther will gain willing allies, grateful for his generosity in the divisions of the lands. And if he chooses not to go as high as counts, then perhaps it will be divided in baronies.
I see. Well, my worry is for the people. I do not know how well they will take to new lords taking over. What I hear, the Duke himself is pretty well loved.
I don't have an answer to that, other than the people must do as they're commanded, such is the way of our feudal ways. If they are not
course.
able to comply, then they will be the enemies. He frowns at that, though. He doesn't look excited about that thought. Elad will jump into that and see that I doubt that will happen, my lord. Very unlikely. There are many great Kimbric lords. They will understand new rule. Meg says nothing.
I think with that, Florence should kind of dot and go. I appreciate your optimism, Sir Lad. Indeed, we should have hope for the future. Let not the dour situation of all get to us.
Awesome. All right.
Well then, I ride with you, my count.
He smiles.
Time to murder.
Is it? I don't know. It is the next scene,
Maybe.
though. Do one more scene here.
And they surrender with no bloodshed. Great!
And
Yeah, Edric's happy. Virgil is not.
that's the whole scene right there. We're done. Thanks, guys, for playing.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah. See you next week.
We're looking forward to next week where we just die. We don't even go to battle. We all drop dead. Done.
Okay.
Goodbye,
Old age.
everybody.
So, because you guys have played this for so long, I made this joke on Eric's stream when I streamed there. But then Colin from that stream, he's like, that's not a terrible idea. Could you imagine doing a Pendragon game where you never actually do the battles and quests? Everything is done in the feast, referring to the battles and the quests and the things that you just recently went through. So it's all just it's all just dialogue about what happens.
That is kind of fun.
That would
That would be
pretty amazing.
such a good soap opera.
Yeah.
You're back from the war.
Yeah.
How did it go? It went okay.
Yeah, we didn't die. Well, that's a start. That's a start.
Yeah.
All right. Give me 1 sec, fellas. I'm just gonna get something set up that I forgot to set up.
But yeah, we've got a bloodthirst scale going on. It goes from least to most, Florence, Edrich, and just drawn in on pencil, going way beyond the existing maximum is Virgil now.
Virgil's he has no reason to hate Merlin, though, right? I mean, that's my take on it.
No, not Merlin. Bloodthirst. Is just killing people.
That's true.
Edrich respects Merlin. Big, powerful spellcaster protecting Britain. That's wonderful. And his cousin's fond of him for whatever reason.
Fuck that shady bastard. Not your cousin, Merlin.
Yeah, I don't like him. Why?
Yeah.
Pagan mostly. Is it because he's a wizard? No, just
Yeah.
the pagan part.
No, it's just pagan.
Just paganism.
Yeah.
If he were a Christian wizard, he'd be burned at the
Oh.
stake, but
or a
I'd like
or a
him.
pinball wizard, one of the two.
Exactly. Merlin, the pinball wizard.
Merlin.
You got Goratrix, who's not a pagan anymore. He's just a hardcore pinball player. You don't understand. This is the best. It's
You
how
have
I
to-
defeated the Yellow King.
You have to jiggle it, but not too much, or you'll get a tilt warning.
Yeah.
I love it.
You've
That's
just
our
got to
next
kind
game.
of move it at times. Yeah.
Mm. Pinball kingdoms.
Pinball Kingdoms. I love it.
One ball,
I
one
once
king.
saw beyond. Yeah, exactly.
One
ball,
ball.
one king.
I think that's a different video. Those are much
That's
different.
fair,
Yeah, that's a
Doo-doo.
basketball. That's a basketball crossover where it's just Uther's
Doo-doo.
the old MVP who's getting long in the tooth and he's
Oh
dribbling
my
a
God.
ball and then
It's
Yeah.
like Knights in the Round, but with basketball.
instead of football. Yes.
Alright, let me just see. It's not gonna work.
I
Okay.
saw beyond the boundaries of
He's
this
got the
world and-
Excalibur sweatbands.
I'm pulling us way off track. I apologize, guys. I was mostly filling time, but I'm not going to be able to pull it up. I'm just going to add the campfire ambience to the actual stream because I can't figure it out.
Alright.
How to do it here. I don't want to waste
That's
too
fine.
much time. So we're going to start the next scene at night. All of you are around a campfire. There's not really a lot of celebrating because tomorrow's war. There's a lot of talking and grading and
Oh, Virgil's
keep-
hyped.
yeah, a lot of that. There's a lot of people nervous. There's a lot of people just excited. But you can see in the distance kind of the fires, the night fires of Terraville. You're not terribly far.
Hey, terribly far.
Oh god.
PhD horrible.
But yes. Edrich, or rather, I should say, Edric's squire has his blade and is sharpening it with a whetstone, while Edric himself, like with the 2 horses, that he now possesses, one for the squire and one for himself, are just tied up. He looks into the fire, the light reflecting off of flinty blue eyes, as he thinks about the battle to come and how it will go.
Awareness roll.
You stole my shtick. I was gonna be sharpening my sword
Oh,
with the whetstone.
that's lovely! That's
Very nice.
wonderful! That's so cool! I'm gonna quickly step away from my keyboard after I roll this awareness thing, and I'm gonna show you my SCA sword, which is not nearly so nice.
After I just like real casually critical this awareness test.
Yeah, after I really casually critical this awareness test, this is made of rattan. It is a cylinder, if you will note, but it's got like tape on the edge where the blade is there. It's got a good basket hilt and a gauntlet that comes with it.
I like the basket hilt.
Yes, this has helped my wrist so many times when it just gets.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this down now because it is heavy.
People don't expect the clang to hurt so bad.
I do want to just confirm for Liam that you rolled Virgil's sheet.
I did. I've still got it listed as.
It's okay.
Oh
As long
no,
as-
you're actually. You're wrong. I'm wrong. Actually, you're right.
I think
was still impaired.
it'll matter a bit when you get into your combat and stuff. So
It's gonna matter a bit immediately because.
Virgil's doing very well.
Virgil's nearsighted.
Yeah.
Hey, he still made it though.
Oh, hey!
nearsighted but more lucky apparently.
Yeah.
With a 5 or less, you can tick that. By the way. Oh, Florence.
I will.
Just barely.
His
I love how Florence is just doesn't care about the stuff around.
No.
It's not even the numbers, it's just the rolls a lot of the time. Like it's pretty impressive.
Oh yeah.
You see a rider come in as you're kind of all talking around the campfire. You guys are kind of placed with the Salisbury Knights at this point. That's who you'll be riding with. You won't be riding with Madoc or anything like that.
Doing my blade.
So at this point, the 3 of you kind of find yourselves more or less alone, like sitting on logs. One of the knights of Salisbury comes over to sit down with you all. Sir Leo. You dealt with him a bit before in the past. He's someone that is one of the household knights of Rhodri. He's known for sort of having a higher sense of morality than a lot of the others. So Virgil will probably absolutely dislike this guy in this scenario.
Actually, Virgil has 18 honor. It's just
Does he?
he's just got a different like
Different way of looking at it.
understanding. Yeah, exactly.
So Knights, do you mind if I join you?
By all means, Sir Leo.
Of course.
We're happy to have you.
I'll take a seat.
Do I get anything specific on my critical? Do I notice
Yes.
anything about him as
Yeah,
he
with your
approaches?
no, it was the rider that you were noticing. You noticed a small retinue came in. They had with your critical. I'm going to say you recognize the banners immediately. It would be the Duchy of the March and the Duchy of Glevum. So riders from there. You know that they have not arrived yet. If they're sending a rider forward, you're kind of assuming that means that they're on their way. Like, they'll be here probably upon the morrow or the day after, which is really good for your siege.
Yeah,
Those are the reinforcements that Uther didn't wait for.
quite so. Edrich will nod towards the riders and go, "It seems good tidings come, if, of course, Glevum and the Marsh do reinforce us. Those riders will be bringing either good wind or ill tidings, or they're disguised infiltrators. They're probably not. How goes you,
Unlikely.
Celia?
I'm the most nervous I've ever been in my entire career. I just wanted to say those words out loud. I needed someone to hear it. Considering there's no confessor nearby, I'd rather 3 knights of my own land hear me say it.
It is understandable, Sir Leo. It is a difficult situation we find ourselves in. We fight our own
There is-
countrymen. However, this is something that must be done.
There is no shame in feeling nervous before a battle. You will comport yourself well, I am certain.
Death could come to us all at any time. We could fall off our horses if we wanted to. Or, not if we wanted to. We could fall off our horses and die like my great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather. But there's something to be said about, I suppose, the pain that comes from battlefield. I confess, I am looking forward to it. Not the pain, but the battle itself.
Just to be entirely clear, you don't want to fall off your horse, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm just saying that the idea of being afraid of battle, the odds of dying are higher, certainly, but I don't think that lessens any of the other moments that come with standard travel or sickness or disease that could take us at any moment. You live, and then you die. What's important is what you do when you're living, right?
Right,
Wise words. However, I believe Sir Leo was referring to a different kind of uncomfortableness.
Virgil just looks confused.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Like, does not
When
compute.
this battle... Yeah. When this battle is done, and we are victorious, things will change, but we will still be Cymric, still be fellow Britons. Things will get better.
I don't see how things would get better or worse. I mean, how is this any different from Bedegrain or Summerland? It's just another quelling of a rebellion. Or a conquest of, what was it that Merlin said? One land, one king, right? Isn't this just pursuit of that? I frankly don't see the difference.
A more united land is better, in general. It is for that cause that we do this. We're not doing it to make things worse. Or at least, we shouldn't be.
No one does anything to make things worse. Sometimes it just happens, Sir Edrich.
Please give me
Whatever.
recognized rolls plus 10.
Ooh. Even Virgil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, another critical.
That's perfect.
Jesus.
Holy hell.
Hey.
Hell yeah,
Well,
fumble!
I mean, yeah, so that answers your question, actually. Almost like instinctively, Florence and Edrich, as Merlin's name is mentioned, you both kind of look out and look around, and you don't see Merlin. Like anywhere in the group. And I just don't think Virgil cares.
No.
Yeah.
Who, the old guy?
Yeah. Remember those glory gains for every critical you guys are?
Already added them. Yes, as Merlin has mentioned, and something tickles the back of Edric's mind, he looks around and goes, something's happening.
What?
The absence of Merlin, much like the presence of Merlin, especially the absence of Merlin once he's made his presence known, is usually the indicator of magic occurring. A great tunnel of fog, a spell of sleep, or avoiding danger.
The pagan comes and goes. It's not of a surprise. I mean, there have been cases where we haven't seen him for years. Or eventually he pops out of the woodwork.
And is said to be sleeping. If he makes me find one more goat, I shall be quite put out.
I'm sorry, what?
Indeed.
Florence,
I wonder whatever
yes.
did happen to that goat.
I hope it did not turn into the giant. Florence, your brother, and I, that was how we met him.
You're joking. Really? He's never
wish we
told me
were.
that part before.
Feel free to use it at your discretion.
Oh, I'll be using it quite indiscriminately, I assure you.
It was a shame, actually. I was planning to keep that goat as a pet. It's a cute little thing.
What would you
The
do with a
one
goat?
specifically that you saw in a dream in previous weeks that you said was a herald of Satan?
I didn't say that exactly. But you know, gotta appreciate beauty.
One
Virgil
supposes.
looks like he's fucking high. He has no idea what's going on. Are they fucking with him, or are they just like this? It's impossible to tell.
So Merlin completely vanished. There's no... Yeah, I suppose with that... There's nothing Edrich can do. He's, like, not going to draw his dagger and go, I'm gonna find that bastard! It's just something he notes in the back of his mind.
Anything... Sir Leo says, I've heard many good things about the Knights of the Sword, but I must admit, when we have these talks, I find myself more confused by them than anything else.
You're telling me.
It
If you
seems to
think
be
it is
mostly in
strange,
jest.
yes, if you think it's strange to hear them through stories, you may try living through the events. It is not clearer.
To be honest, I think the stories are more clear about our deeds than our own memories of the situation.
You hear a scream.
Edrich, who has already taken his sword when he
A
like heard the
trumpet
riders,
half
goes, "All right."
blares, and then stops.
I
Oh,
knew
that's a
they were
sneak attack.
infiltrators. Edrich
That's a
says to
sneak attack.
himself as he picks up his shield.
There's
um,
chaos. You hear men shouting, horses screaming. There's already fighting, and it's not far from here.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh,
And
incredible.
with that, we're gonna take our first break.
Yes, wonderful.
Um,
I love being right out of character.
I'm gonna go see if we have any milk for Oreos. I will be right back.
Roger that. Yeah, you got a
Yeah.
couple minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go to the BRB screen. We'll be back with a little bit more roleplay. Be right back. we are back. We're back, but with the other group, as we take a look at what's happening that night in the siege of Tintagel Castle. Now, things didn't work out particularly well today. You see, Uther did not wait the way that the other siege did. Instead, he thought it best to test the defenses immediately by sending in a few dozen knights who were all quite quickly slaughtered.
Lovely.
We'll do like a... So we have Liam as Perin, Mark as Rhodri, and Thomas as the character we have not yet really seen on screen yet, which is Sir Cynstenian. Yes?
Yes.
Sir Cynstenian, right? Cynstenian?
Yes,
Cynstenian. I bet you it's K, because every C is a...
Gotcha.
Every C is a
Cynstenian.
hard C. Yeah, Cynstenian.
Cornwall.
Cornwall. Cymric. Celtic.
Cornwall.
Sorry,
Pathetic
that was...
brain.
I've been sitting on that since you mentioned the thing that Uther did.
Sit on what?
Oh, nothing. Perrin's not doing too hot. I think he's gonna have an aneurysm.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, my reference about... Yeah. So Uther sent in a couple dozen knights to test the defenses, and outcome worked out to prove Castle Tintagel's reputation as being impregnable. So.
I'm so glad he figured out that the castle that we're attacking is defended. Oh, does he also want to know what color the sky is, sire? Should I kill a dozen knights for that too? Fucking Christ.
And we'll allude to there's a pretty good description of Tintagel here, so I'll just kind of reference it. So it's built on top of basically on top of an island, like it's more like a peninsula kind of thing, but it's those islands that are basically like a small little like I think of like Clearwater Beach in Florida is one that comes to mind. You have a very minimal way to get to the island. It's one of those, right? So it's almost in and of itself like naturally defended. And on top of that, it's built on like the island itself has cliffs all around it. Can only be approached from the mainland by a natural stone causeway. Spans the water, wide enough for about 3 or 4 men. And the whole time that one would be traveling across that causeway, you'd be subject to missile fire. Just from its defenses.
Sounds like a party.
Oh, I got fucking missiles. Damn.
Even if you were to cross the causeway, the castle's walls and gates are very well built and would stop attackers. While the defenses were being set up, there have been some trebuchets set in place by Uther.
Good. Love trebuchets. Trebuchets are so cool. That was Thomas, not Cynstenian.
Fair. Mostly, though, I think for the rest of you all, you would feel a little bit kind of like... Imagine like a night of just watching this stuff happen, watching some knights be sent off into an impossible scenario to die pointlessly for their king. Watching and waiting has been your entire day. And now it's into the evening.
I think Rhodri at some point would probably say under his breath when the other two are close by, "What a massive waste."
As far as the tactical situation goes, well, we are certainly sending a lot of our own men to the Eternal Paradise. But with each life lost, hopefully we're getting a better grasp of the situation. I'm not in the commander's tent.
For me, I'm getting the distinct feeling of hitting a wall repeatedly until either the wall gives way or our skulls.
One way or the other. Sorry about that. I know you guys talked to me about that one. We will see. Yeah. We will see which one breaks first, but I was hoping fewer lives would be lost so that when we be reinforced, we'd have more of our force intact. The trebuchets have been firing, but they could be firing more.
Yes.
I
Bob,
realize we... Oh, sorry, you got...
sorry, Mr. Bob. Is there any fucking way out of this? Is there something other than just sitting here and probing the defenses that Perin can think of with the Roman tactics or with whatever? Like, this is not working.
You suspect not. Like this is one of those scenarios where it's gonna be a might makes right, and you don't have enough might with you right now. So you're really dependent on Castle Terrible's siege going well and being reinforced by that to really accomplish anything. If you were truly lucky, the trebuchets could breach the walls, but that wouldn't help your armies cross the causeway,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think you guys probably see Perrin. He's kind of up, just watching the carnage and just fucking cursing to himself under his breath. He's got the big blue flowing cloak and the wooden hand. Like, he is not super loudly pissed, but very noticeably pissed.
Yeah.
I think it's with that Rhodri would turn to Sir
Cynstenian.
Cynstenian. God damn that name. Turn to
Sorry.
Sir Cynstenian and then kind of pointing off to Perin and goes, his mood clearly isn't going to be changing anytime soon.
Oh. But then neither is our situation, unless we make it so. Sir Durnford, I realize, I recognize your crest. Our families are good friends, you as well, Sir Rhodri, but, we have not properly met.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me. You're Sir something with a C, right?
Cynstenian, yes.
Cynstenian. Yes, I'm going to be dreadful at remembering that. My apologies, but it's good to see you. I've heard quite a bit of you from Edrich, and Rhodri, right?
Indeed.
I have not heard much about you from Florence.
Unsurprising.
In any case, I can sense your frustration. Though in fairness, a blind, deaf, comatose person could also sense your frustration. The situation is quite bad. I have been praying, but no answer has been sent down. It seems by the current tactics, none have reached our generals either.
Yeah, it would seem that we're stuck at the present moment. We'll just have to bear out the siege and hope they starve, I suppose, or that they don't rush out the gates to try to meet us in the field, which, frankly, they've got good odds if they did.
If I may
The
say, Sir Perin, I feel as if at this point we are just throwing knights into the proverbial war machine. Right now it just seems to be churning out blood.
Couldn't agree more, Sir Rhodri. It's a damn shame. I haven't seen carnage like...
Sorry.
Oh, I haven't seen carnage like this since my time overseas.
A castle like this, built entirely for defense, it would have probably some way to resist, getting starved out. I wonder if there would be secret passages, but they'd be guarded too, and even harder for our men to go through.
If they do, we do not know of them, so that does not do us too much help at this point in time. But perhaps later.
awareness tests.
And if they
All
do-
of you with your Perin, Rhodri, and Cynstenian sheets.
You ready to
Yeah.
see something weird?
Kinestian's better at awareness than Edrich is, so watch me fail with the
can I
increased
use-
probability.
Can I use Kurnog? Ah, fuck.
Right? Interesting.
You fellas forgot to change your names.
No, this will be
Right sheets. Right sheets.
Right
wrong names.
sheets, wrong name.
Yeah, just making sure they're right sheets, but I assume they are. I think it's interesting. So Perin is the one not to notice. The two of you kind of hear someone, like where you are. You're near a tree line. Now this is towards your safe side, right? This would be towards effectively where you know you have a patrol and sentry. So you know you have guards there. And you hear someone kind of walking about through the tree line. This is Rhodri and Cynstenian that hear this, to clarify. And you look over, and for a second, the two of you notice a figure, someone that you didn't see before. Someone you're sure was with Merlin not long ago. Or sorry, was sure was with Madoc not long ago. The prince in Terraville.
Lord, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change.
Cynstenian puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, "He will, but not in this particular situation, I feel."
No. So just to clarify, Perin does not see this.
No,
Yeah, just to set the scene.
Okay, sorry.
This is Liam speaking
Sorry.
out of character.
That was-
the power to
Okay,
change the
this
things I
is-
can and the wisdom to know the difference.
This is Liam entreating the Christian God.
I think with that,
yes.
Rhodri just turns and goes, and it just gets better.
Something odd is happening, but something is happening, which is a better change.
Intrigue
Let's see
test
if-
So Perin.
for Perin.
Which one? Intrigue? Oh, you gonna make me test intrigue, Bob? Are you sure? Are you sure about that? That's a success.
Go ahead, Mark, with what you were going to say.
Oh, Rhodri was just going to turn and go, Sir Perin, it seems we have a visitor.
Huh? Oh. Merlin, good to see you again. I hope you have a solution for us, because all I've got are rocks.
He looks to you, Perin, with a frown. Says, "No solution, my boy. Just trade-offs." He frowns.
There seem to be a lot of those going around today. I'm sorry, I'm in a bit of a sour mood today. What can I do for you, Merlin? What can we do for you?
And you direct me to the king.
His tent is not too far down the lane there. Would you like me to escort you?
No, I think not. That intrigue. And the other two can test it, but I wanted this for a Perin who knows Merlin a little bit, at least a little bit, but all three of you. Something off about him.
Intrigue with a Winterbourne Stoke who isn't a himbo? Critical.
Hey, Thomas is killing it today.
Yeah.
Right?
I've got
And
three criticals.
All of you get
you know what this means.
a weird and almost like ominous vibe from Merlin saying something like that. It just seems off. He's always a bit of an enigma, but that just seems to really kind of give you an awful feeling.
Yeah. A chill runs down Cynstenian's spine. He's a pretty religious Christian guy, but like seeing a pagan druid, so nervous, just kind of affects him. He is an empathetic person. What's happening? Is it worse than we expect?
Probably for a time.
I shall pray on it, but in the meantime, is there something we can do?
Your best. That is all the realm can ask of you now. Excuse me. I must secure a future.
Very well. We'll stay here then.
As he walks away, I must secure a future is probably the most dramatic farewell I have ever heard, and I have lived in a castle with both Edrich and my cousin.
We'll stay here. With the rocks.
Yeah. As Merlin leaves, Rhodri would just say, kind of under his breath, "A sinister rouge."
I feel like this day is only starting to give me a headache, and I can't help but feel like it really is only just starting.
I can see why you and Edrich get along. But
The whole
all
thing is
told,
big. Go ahead.
I believe we will be doing our best. That is all that can be asked of us. That is all we can do. In the meantime, however, if things are going to get bad enough to rattle a figure out of myth, then we should keep our eyes open.
You see a figure make their way towards you now. Definitely more of a regal nature than Merlin. Fairly large in size. As they come into position, Perin, you can make this roll plus 10. Everyone else can just make the roll, I think.
Which roll is it?
No, sorry. Perin plus 10. Everyone else plus 5. Recognize roll.
Recognize. Is it perhaps Duke Ulfius?
Yes, it is.
I think it's, yeah, I don't know who it is, but it's not a fumble, so I don't think he's the washerman.
The two of you just aren't sure who that is by face, right? It's not like they have heraldry. They're not wearing their shield or any other coat of arms right now as they're traipsing about. But they approach.
But he's not covered in dung, so he's not a peasant.
He's covered in blood, so he's clearly a knight.
Sir Perin, Salisbury retinue. Hail.
Ulfius, it's good to see you. And he offers his probably the wrong hand for a handshake.
Yeah. Ulfius probably goes to reach and then does that weird, awkward, like, oh, right. And then, like, with the offhand, and then it's, yeah, not super comfortable, but he tries.
It's good to see. It's good to see you well.
For a Cynstenian in Rhodri, you would know the name Ulfius. You would know the Duke of
Yeah.
the Vale. Likewise.
Edrich will say, Your Grace, in greeting. Nothing more. This is the highest ranked person he has ever spoken to.
Perin, Sir Perin, I'm going to ask a favor of you this night.
You'll have it.
Part of my retinue. Well, there's an illness going through my men.
An
I
illness.
hope to speak to the king about it soon. But I don't think they'll be ready and fit for tonight's guard duties. I was hoping that I could ask you in good favor if you and your retinue here could be my eyes this night.
Absolutely. The timing does seem awfully convenient, though, doesn't it?
He raises a brow.
Well, if I were, and he points to the castle in there, and I was in the situation where that they are in, I would want to do something to stoke the fires, change the tide, right? How many of your men are sick?
I see. You suspect poisoning then?
I wouldn't be surprised if it came to that, yes.
If you'll forgive the impertinence, Your Grace, I consider myself skilled in the matters of healing and first aid. I could see if it is some kind of illness, protecting my face with a wet cloth, and seeing if I could help their recovery before we can head on to our guard duty.
I see.
I have 16 first aid.
Okay, you're famous for it. Sure. I would like that. But it must be quick. We have no experienced eyes on the field. I need good stock tonight. This is important. I will send you that way. And then when you are done, you can join the others, perhaps.
Of course, Your Grace. Thank you.
All right.
One more thing, sorry.
Yeah.
Perin steps slightly away with Ulfius as well, and he goes, I'll get you the troops that you need, and I'll make sure that we're manned and properly equipped and on the lookout, but if I'm right, and there was poisoning, it would have had to come from inside the camp.
Traitor.
Perin looks away and he goes, I'll admit I've been a little bit more paranoid lately, but Ulfius was, not Ulfius, you're Ulfius. Gorlois was well respected. I wouldn't rule anything out.
I've heard that you know him better than most. In fact, I've seen him vouch for you. Do you think him the type to do something so dishonorable?
No, I don't. But I can't say the same for all that would follow him.
My lord. I wish that Merlin were here. Perhaps he would know what was going on with him.
Funny that you should mention
Good
that.
news.
I have. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
He raises a brow. Any news at this point, I suppose.
Right, I'll give them both at once then. Merlin is here. He just arrived, and he's looking for. I directed
But
him
he
to
left
see.
with the prince in
I-
Terrible.
Believe me, I know. For some reason, he's here. And he looked quite dire. Said something about the future of Logris. I see the face that you're making, Bob, and I can tell that's on Ulfius too.
Yeah, 100%. He just says, I'm gonna go to the king's tent. If a lot of you could, well, he points to Cynstenian, he says, they're over there in the infirm. And you see, the medical tents, basically, right? If you could go over there in the meantime. Perin, I'll need you to relieve me immediately. My men are stationed over there, and what's left of them standing. I'd like them to rest. They've been around those plagued with illness all day. I'm worried that they, too, will come down with symptoms soon. Keep a distance, just in case.
I'll look for the infirmity that affects them, and see if Perin's idea is correct. It would be a good idea for an attacker.
Rhodri, do you know any spare knights that you trust that could accompany us? I'd like to get as many eyes as we can if we can spare it.
Sorry.
Oh, it's all good.
I got attacked. What was the question again?
Do you know any good knights that could join us as well? I'd like to have as many eyes on this as we can.
I know a few people of good Salisbury stock. I'm afraid I don't know much outside of the county.
Well, then I suppose we'll just have to do what Merlin said. Our best.
Cynstenian makes his way over to the. I've got to shorten that. At some point.
It's
Over
not,
his
it,
way
that
to
didn't
the.
sound too bad.
Cinny boy.
Yeah. Yeah, Sin.
Been a bun.
Cynstenian makes his way over to the tent, outfitting himself as best as possible, and just treating the illness and identifying it as best he can. Whether it's closer to poison or close to some sort of ague or plague.
Give me a roll.
Absolutely. I'm not going to activate a passion, which means I will fail this. Yeah.
Nelly.
Give me a spiritual test.
Oh, absolutely. I am highly spiritual.
Against worldly.
Oh, okay. So close to that.
Right.
But that's a success on spiritual. That is his highest virtue.
I think you spent some time deciphering, so you did fail your first aid. I think
Yeah.
it's really hard to tell. They definitely have symptoms that are really, really bad. Like, there are a fair amount of crossovers between what would be like a minor poisoning and a bad plague. This is up there as far as what you've seen. Like, these guys could die if they're not given enough water. It's that kind of illness. There's something particularly vile about it, and you're just left with a bad feeling, a really ominous kind of feeling. You can't really figure out why you have that. Like, it's not making rational sense, if that makes sense.
Yeah. If this is poison, it was done by a malevolent mind. If it is illness, it is deeply unfortunate, and perhaps a curse was placed on us. If it is a curse, that could go away to explaining the overlap. There's no way to be sure, so Cynstenian does his best to keep them alive, ensuring that there is a train of water coming to and fro, that it's well stocked. But after a while of checking it out and feeling that cold chill up his spine, Cynstenian says a quick prayer for people and heads to guard and patrol.
Well, that is happening. Awareness rolls for Rhodri and Perin.
I love awareness rolls. They make me feel sexy.
Hell yeah.
Nothing
You're-
sexier than winning.
As you're going about your guard duty, one of the familiar faces for Perin here is Sir Elbin rather. He was one of the knights that was with you for the horse race, if you recall, in your knighting.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
he's along with a lot of you. I'm just doing that so I have a little bit of NPC presence with with you guys as you go. You begin to cross into your position, which is kind of effectively guarding, like visually guarding the causeway, but staying at a great distance so you're not under threat of ranged attacks or anything. Protecting the line before, like, if enemies were to come out and try and sabotage the trebuchets, they would have to get through you to do so. But as you're walking, you actually pass by. The king's tent, and you can hear a little bit of yelling, and then you see Ulfius just marching away, and he kind of moves past the two of you, like he's like gonna intersect your path. as you're walking.
Sir Albion, can I help you?
Oh, I messed up. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna fix
Yep.
Thomas's
No
face.
worries.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say anything when Rebecca mentioned it.
Okay, it's fixed. Cynstenian. Orpheus says, "No. King is busy," he says with a grunt, and you can tell he's just really bothered by that as he marches off. Good luck this night.
You as well, Your Grace. I think with that, as Orpheus walks away, Rhodri would just turn to Perin and go, "Odd."
Indeed. I think we should be extra mindful this evening on watch. It will be easy enough to spot a threat that's coming at us from outside. Something about this just doesn't feel right. And Merlin's presence only complicates things.
I wonder what they are speaking of. As he looks towards the king's tent.
Elvin just says, "What the hell is this? I thought I understood what it meant to be a knight, but this whole trip just seems strange. Nothing like our other musters. Nothing like it."
Indeed.
Is Cynstenian here yet?
No, you will be shortly. Very shortly.
I think with this, Rhodri's gonna get like a good look at Perin and try and see if he can read him.
Perin's trying his best to hide everything that he's feeling right now. There is definitely a look of, like, very much thinking about every bit of play here. And he goes, "Sir Albion, can you say that again for me one more time, please? Very clearly."
I think he worries for a moment now that he's going to be called out on something, so he kind of hesitates. I just said that this doesn't make any sense. It's just strange.
No, it doesn't. I'm sorry. Everyone, come with me, please.
Of course.
And about this time, we'll have Cynstenian kind of arriving. That's cool with you?
Yeah?
You want-
Cool.
yeah.
Sorry, you go.
No, go first, Thomas.
Cynstenian is wiping his hands off with a washcloth, which he puts like next to his scabbard, essentially, after he's finished with it, and says, "Unfortunately, I couldn't quite identify what they're suffering from, only that it's quite bad indeed. If it is poison, it is a particularly vile one. But it left me with an odd feeling. Sinister, almost.
Sinister. Those are the words you used to describe it?
Yes.
We're going to Uther's tent.
Are we not to guard this area?
Right. I don't want everybody to come. I need some people to stay behind, but I want you four specifically to come with me right now.
Right. Who
Is
else
that-
is
that-
guarding?
Yeah, who else is
Cynstenian
guarding?
says.
Yeah, we'll say, we'll do this.
Perin doesn't want to risk the defenses, obviously, but
Yeah.
he wants at least one
at least one like good night with him as well, and I just figured it would be more narratively satisfying if everybody was
Yeah.
with. But if he has got to leave people behind,
No,
he's
no,
doing
I think it's fair. Yeah, we'll say one of the Knights of Salisbury volunteers to stay behind. My API's down, or I would have made them up right now on the fly.
Whoever they are, Edrich says, have faith in God and be vigilant. Jones of Chainsmouth.
We won't be long.
Jones the Yarnbury. Yeah.
Very chaste and very deceitful, loves his family a lot and can swim.
Yeah. Okay. He says, of course. I'll keep an eye out here.
I don't trust him.
I don't trust him either, but that's because, no, wait, hold on. No, I trust him okay. But yeah,
seems suspicious. I don't trust any of y'all.
fair enough. Cynstenian will follow Perin, keeping an eye open around the camp. It's an odd feeling, and he's on edge. He's a very spiritual person, and something about that illness left a bad taste in his mouth, and that's not just because a bit of fluid got in there.
Yeah, you should watch out for the fluids.
The fluids will get you every time.
They'll get you every time. Yeah, Perrin's taking this little group, whatever he can spare without seriously compromising the defenses, and he's going to Uther's tent.
All right. You arrive, and I'm gonna. You arrive and you see the duo currently standing guard the tent.
Right, love these guys. They love me too. There's no reason why they would hold a grudge against me. Cool, great. Perin makes his way up with his retinue and goes, is Merlin in there? Are we sure that's Merlin?
They raise a brow. Sir Perin, are you looking for the king?
Possibly. He thinks very carefully about how he wants to say this, and he goes, I suspect that there might be some trickery afoot, and I'd like to make sure that the king is safe.
They motion in a particular direction. Both of them at the same time.
Which
Not
particular
towards
direction?
the tent.
Yeah, I thought not.
There's a bit of a grove not far from you. And you can hear, now that they kind of pointed out, you can hear like distant, you know how voices carry a bit, but it's hard to hear the actual words on the wind. It's that kind of scenario.
Gotcha. Perin nods and goes, thank you. Would you like to come with, or are you meant to stay here?
They look at each other and they frown. You were ordered to stay here.
I see. Well, then, suppose I will take Uther's wrath entirely myself when I interrupt his meeting. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And Perin will head off in that direction. Who's coming?
As Perin feels off, Cynstenian will follow and say, not entirely yourself.
I'll take responsibility. If I'm wrong, then this is my mistake.
Rhodri nods and goes, I will stand with you, Perin.
That's kind of you to say. You hardly know me. That kind of trust it's good to see, but it's not necessarily the best play to make for self-preservation.
Well, there is that, but there is also the fact that, at the moment, our king is in a secluded grove with only one man to protect him, with an infiltrate within the camp. So, we're going to help you if it'll lead to more safety.
Right? And let's hope that I'm wrong and I'm only going to get very in trouble.
Alright. Awareness rules.
Do it. Success. Hell yeah. Dude, our secondary characters are on it. Even
Oh,
with
yeah.
my terrible first aid roll, we're good at what we do.
I'll give you each a tick for that one.
Even myself? I'll take that. Sure, why not?
Go for it.
So, as you kind of start off into the grove, you can feel the wind gets colder. And you can see a bit of a forming fog. In the distance, you hear the sound of voices. You hear Uther. He says, "Just make it so. You've asked what I need, and I am certain." Merlin frowns and says, "Then I must hear..." Sorry, you wouldn't see a frown. Merlin just pauses.
We hear a
says,
frown.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear a frown. We hear the crinkling.
"I must hear your word one more time then. What I asked for, there's no taking it back." Uther just grunts. Yes. What you asked for. It's fine. Now make it so." With that, the fog begins to thicken even more. And you find yourselves coming upon a set of standing stones. You can hear Merlin almost muttering, but as you get closer, you realize he's chanting. And by the time you reach the area with your own eyes, you see they have with them just a small retinue of guards. Merlin himself and Uther.
It doesn't take a very spiritual person to know that there is magic going on. My question is, by and large, because this hasn't affected Edrich very much, but Cynstenian is quite religious. How does magic affect things in, like, the doctrine of the current faith?
Or
Like, is it like
Christianity?
burn them? Yeah, Christianity. He is British Christian.
Yeah, British Christian's a little more lenient to it, but in general, it's not something they lean on or rely on in any capacity.
Yeah.
Blessings and those sorts of things for sure, but it's basically magic is linked to paganism in,
Witchcraft.
Yep.
Edrich is certainly uncomfortable to be.
Edrich?
This is a difference from. Yeah, sorry. Cynstenian is. Where Edrich would be absolutely comfortable in spying on the affairs of his betters, Cynstenian is not. Cynstenian is certainly behind Perin as they travel. Footsteps quiet, kind of looking over the gathering.
Rhodri listens with intent, curious and suspicious of what is going on. As a Roman Christian, this is that old black magic.
Perin doesn't give a shit about any of this. He would like to approach kind of noisily, actually.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't... Like, he's showing up with a gaggle of knights.
Yeah.
You know? Like, he doesn't want this to look like a... Aha! And now you die, Uther.
You motherfucker.
though it would be so sweet if he could. No,
So sweet. Look, every member of the Winterbourne Stoke has perfected the Winterbourne swoop. So if you want to attack, I know the opening move, but also Cynstenian won't be doing that.
Goratrix is amongst those present, too, by the way. Just for
Cool.
setting the scene.
Hi, Goratrix. Your Pope's here. Perin won't like call out because that's just gonna piss off Uther more. But he's, like I said, he's gonna try to make it known that he's there. You know.
Yeah. One of the guards says, "Who goes there?"
Sir Perin of Durnford, I have an urgent message for the king.
You hear the king quickly, like, mutter to Merlin. He says, "Is it done?" And Merlin says, almost like a drained, almost tired voice, almost like he's half the person he was a moment ago. He's, yes, it's done. With that, Uther smiles and steps forward. Perin, and he looks to your retinue here. Elbin shrinks about 3 sizes at this moment.
Oh, poor buddy. Perin nods and goes, "My king, I'm sorry for disturbing you, but there's something I wanted to discuss with you. A large number of Ulfius's retinue suddenly came down as quite ill. Rhodri, Cinnabon here. Fucking Christ.
You're quite bad with names.
I am, it's true. Sinistus? Is that right?
Cynstenian. My name is not Sinister. I am a nice person. But yes, Cynstenian.
Cynstenian took a look at the wounds, and as far as he can tell, something's not right. I know it seems out of character for Gorlois, but I think it's possible that somebody might be using trickery on us.
Uther grunts. I wouldn't put it past the man. Merlin? Merlin's gone.
God damn it. Son of a bitch.
As Cynstenian, yeah, sorry.
Gortrix, find Merlin.
Of course. It's really cool when he does that. It's like an amazing magic trick. Hold on. Goratrix, his face brightens as he goes on a hunt for the Wizard Pope. And yes, he exits the scene.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. Thomas is Cynstenian.
No, I was going to say that Cynstenian like grits his teeth as someone disappears, like who was central to the conversation before, and I was going to describe Goratrix's face lighting up as this cool thing happens.
Sir Goratrix here will find Merlin, and I will have Merlin look over. Whose men? Oh, right. This is... I believe the Duke spoke to me about it. Yes?
Possibly, yes. I don't know much about magic, sire, but is it possible that wasn't Merlin?
He smiles. Oh no. That was Merlin.
Oh, that's actually worse what he just said right there. Okay. And he goes, Perin nods and he goes, okay. Good. Then I suppose my panic was a little premature. I thank you for being willing to hear me out. We'll move troops back into position and we'll make sure that we're ready in case there is trickery about.
You're on guard duty.
Aye, filling in for Ulfius's troops. We thought it'd be wise to have eyes outward this night.
Indeed. Trustworthy eyes.
Eyes that I trust, yes.
Then I trust them by proxy.
Aw, thanks, Dad. I still hate you, but thank you. Perin nods and goes, right. I'll keep you informed, but not too informed.
Cynstenian
Nice.
says, we should return to our duties now.
Aye. All right, lads. Back to the watch.
Meanwhile, in the distance, through the fog, through the trees, Merlin! Merlin!
All right, we are on to our break number 2.
Hell yeah.
And then we will be back with some battle. So we'll
Double
see
break.
in a bit.
We're doing
Ooh.
battle, Bob? My
Doing
least
battle.
favorite thing. You know that Virgil hates battle.
He's a pacifist at heart.
I figured as much. Can I BRB for the crowd?
Yep. twisties. What's your favorite
Best one
flavor?
is
We are
chicken.
back.
It's the chicken one?
Yep.
Oh, hi. Welcome back, everybody.
Just talking about food. Don't worry about us.
Yeah, right.
You got a brief
One
glimpse
of those
into the
vibes.
Twisties versus Cheeto discourse. We don't like Cheetos. Sorry, Bob, if you wanted a sponsorship deal.
Oh, great. There we go. There goes my hopes and dreams. Thanks a lot, guys.
Sorry.
I
All
gotta
right.
switch back to Virgil.
Let us dive in. So Virgil, Florence, and Edrich. Energetic test, and I believe Virgil failed his already. So
Fumbled
Fumbled
his.
is, yes.
Virgil
Fumbled,
fumbled his.
okay.
God damn.
Hey, we're doing great for this.
Oh my god! It's my best thing. I was ready to.
I think
didn't
it's
think
great.
I had to.
Because it's just Edrich going, I knew it! And he like trips over himself. He's stabbed.
Face first into the mud.
Oh, that
how
would be
interesting.
so on brand.
So I'm gonna make it even worse for you. Okay. As you start to ready yourselves, and you hear the call to arms, you realize that it was a leisurely night. None of you are wearing armor.
Get.
That didn't stop my cousin. That won't stop me.
Now,
I just need to stand up.
if you want to don armor, it can be done within one battle round. These are not like hour-long battle rounds. This is kind of
Yeah.
a bit more of a skirmish. A very big skirmish, but a skirmish.
I think I should test
Prudent versus reckless.
prudent versus reckless, or valorous versus cowardly, potentially.
I would think
Um,
that it'd be reckless more than valorous to do to fight
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
You're fighting.
Not
other
exactly a
knights.
smart decision. Yeah.
Okay, fail on both, so you get to choose, Bob. And trust me, either one sounds in character for Virgil right now. Because on one hand, he does not want to die a stupid death. On another hand, oh baby, I wonder what kind of high he can get from fucking fighting without armor.
I think you'll go with Edrich and Florence then. You won't be shown up by them. So let's see what they're doing. Is that fair?
Yes, that's very fair.
Do either of you have a very high prudence?
Want that combat
My prudence is
high.
11 and my reckless is 9. But also,
Yeah, my
Edrich is a
prudence is
very
9.
passionate warrior.
And my reckless is 11. But I'm also not stupid. So I think Florence would get on. Would be his first thought.
I'm gonna roll prudent versus reckless, and I expect to win on prudent, but if not, Edrich is going to trust in his swordsmanship skill, which is now 20. Ah. Okay, good. I'm putting on armor.
Is anyone not?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
Okay, so you call for your squires to help you put on your armor quickly. Make a squire roll and do not fumble it. I believe you got new squires this year, yes?
I believe they're
We
16.
did, yes.
Virgil does
16.
not have a squire. At least not. I mean, he does, but not. I don't think we've gone over who his squire is yet.
Okay, your squire is...
Go in.
I'm gonna give you the most obnoxious name possible. Here, I'll spare you one for once. Boars.
Wars.
Chicksgrove.
Boars of Chicksgrove County. Or Chicksgrove, Boars to Chicksgrove of Salisbury. Okay.
Hey,
Merwin successfully puts my armor on.
that boy is very honorable. That's good for me. 16, age 16, Bob?
Yeah.
Cool.
And remember, a failure for Florence, it's just going to be role played as if you're a little bit slower into the fray.
Yeah.
But you will be there. Okay.
Alright.
I'm so glad I'm not playing Gortrix, because I wouldn't have even had to roll. I'd just be going, okay, guess we're doing this then. He'd take off his shirt.
Right? Okay. So we're gonna do the battle thing. Kind of. We're gonna do the unit combat to some degree. So I do want to do that. All we need is a chart. I will bring us over there, but I don't think that the group needs to see it. So we're just gonna bring you over. This isn't the people reflected. This is just that old map that we had before, right? Like the one where I fooled you all. So ignore that.
Yep.
It's just for our own references that I brought you over, so you can review the rules of it. So to go over this scenario, who is going to be the unit's lead out of this unit?
I think. What's
Probably
your
you,
battle skill? What's your battle skill, Virgil?
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
Virgil's battle score is 10.
So is Edrich, but Edrich is a very passionate person. Edrich will take command. I've got 3 exalted passions, so hopefully that will
All
keep
our
us in-
battle scores 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perin's
we're
a-
good at-
Perin's a battle guy.
We're good at parties. We're good at fighting, and
Perin is the commander. Virgil is
Yep.
the sword. He's the stabber.
yeah.
Yeah.
Edrich would normally be the stabber, but at times.
And then it's gonna be another Salisbury night with you. You know what? It's gonna be Leo.
It could be
He was right
Leo.
with you.
Yeah, so Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Leo was right with you, so he will be the 4th in your unit. Okay. So with that in mind, let's.
I'm so glad Perin gets to be here.
Okay.
Comes out
When
of
the
the
world
woodwork.
needed him most, he reappeared. He swapped places with Merlin.
Oh, this will be excellent / really bad for Perin, probably where he is instead. So.
I love those excellent / really bad
Yeah.
choices. I'm a big fan of those days.
Okay. So numbering's pretty good. We're not going to give up any penalty there. Utterly surprised, so it's going to be the,
Yep.
the -5. And outflanked, so
Minus
-5.
minus 10 for utterly.
Oh, yeah. So -10 to battle.
-10 now. We'll do it. We'll rock this. We'll rock this house. So the first step is the battle roll, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
I am going to use my homage Uther for this round. It's a success. So my battle is 10. I add +10 to it. I subtract 10 from it. Let's see how this goes, baby. Success.
All right. That's it. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
completely disorientated. Like chaos all around. Edrich takes the time while he's getting his armor put on to gather his thoughts and rally the people around him.
Oh,
Don't let
man.
yourself get flanked. Kill whatever's attacking you, then move on to the center.
Virgil goes. Oh, I thought I was gonna have to wait another day for this.
What does Florence do? Haven't heard
Florence
much from Mark.
grabs. Yeah, I think because Florence is mostly just furrowed of brow, spear in hand with shield, and he just looks very unhappy about the situation. Not quipping as he usually is.
But yes, after the battle roll, what is done?
What is done after the battle roll is you determine whether you're fighting bold, orderly, or hesitant.
Oh, I'm fighting orderly because I like my valorous where it is and I don't want to fight 2 people while utterly surprised. At least not in the first round.
Okay.
Actually, does the surprise affect our sword rolls?
It will not.
Hey, Virgil. Virgil, do you want to fight valorously?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Edrich
Virgil's
will,
fighting boldly.
Yeah. Out of the gate, Edrich will go bold, simply to
I
show
will remind you
the
that
flurry.
will remind you that you're fighting. There are definitely men on horseback here.
I am fighting normally.
Okay.
Virgil's still fighting boldly.
Okay.
Yeah,
This might be the end of Virgil, but he
Okay.
gotta play my boy like he is.
Okay.
gotta play that boy.
Virgil going bold. Florence going.
I was going to say, you guys have made my decision very easy. Orderly.
Yep, orderly.
Okay.
If anything,
Bold
I will
orderly.
survive this battle.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. I need 2d6 rolls from Virgil and 1d6 roll from the two of you.
One.
Two.
That's a 2, and then I thought I had rolled a second one, but I guess not. 3.
3.
Okay. So for here, I'll just type it out as we go. So Edrich versus an Irish Kern armed with bow.
Irish.
The Kerns are employed by many a Kimrick.
Gotcha.
And they were also the ones that helped. Well, Perin got to experience the Kerns. They helped him board the boats during his.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah. Footman. So Florence.
Gorlois working with the Irish, huh?
Don't tell anyone.
Boy,
Footman.
Don't tell
Virgil,
Gorlois, he doesn't know yet.
Virgil's got some strong opinions about that shit.
Footman. And,
Oh yeah, they the Durnfords hate the Irish.
No, we hate the Scottish, but
Picked.
there's
The
specifically
Picts, not the Scottish.
Yeah, the Picts. Sorry. Specifically, Virgil's got that high honor that he's got a very strong definition. If you hate somebody, you don't fucking work with them when shit's rough. That's something that Virgil would fucking hate.
To be fair, I think these guys are Christian.
Oh dear. Hello, armored guardsmen with great spears and footmen. Hey, at
Right.
least none of those guys are on horses, right?
Correct.
Right?
You have no. There are definitely enemies on horseback. You are not facing any here.
Hell
So-
yeah.
Good to that. Okay, so we're gonna start at the top with the Irish Kern versus Edrich.
Cool.
Absolutely. How is he attacking me?
Okay. With a bow. So he will attack first, actually. So it's one of those where you have to choose a split if you want to dodge his bow.
Sure thing.
And hit him.
I will split 5. I'll give 5 to this. No, can he attack twice?
I don't think so if he's just got the bow.
No, he
Right.
can
Oh, yeah.
split. He can
Yeah.
split to dodge with foot. They can take a
Run away.
runaway kind of.
I think
action.
it's skirmish, right?
Yeah.
I will split 5 for my sword, which means I will add +10 for the passion. And do I get +5 for the horse or no?
I think you would. With advantage.
You would. You have a superior there. You will not get charging on him though. Just to warn you, you won't get charging damage.
I split 5. I get 6 out of 20.
He misses.
That is a
Alrighty.
bad place for him to be, my man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll sword to hit him now. That's 15 plus 10 plus 5. 15 plus 10 plus 5 is 30. Oh, I rolled a natural 1 and got 11 out of 20.
He didn't split, so you hit him. Give me your damage, good sir.
I don't think he has to roll damage typically.
Yeah, not typically, but I like to see how bad they got hurt. if that makes sense.
That's true.
Yeah.
No,
In case they
that's true.
decide
I like
last
that.
minute to round back. Or, yeah.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah,
like
so,
that.
So you crash into him and you carve him, and you hear him cry out, especially in more of a skirmish and not like those hour-long battles. It's kind of useful to do that.
Yeah.
So you hear him cry out in pain, and
Yeah.
you assume he's defeated effectively.
Yeah, I knock him down, and he doesn't immediately get back up
Yeah.
to shoot me. The arrow not even going near me. That is Edric's turn. Foe vanquished.
Florence versus a footman.
Fuck
AKA
him
the
up,
machine.
Florence. Fuck him up, my boy.
Florence of the machine. Ready to face my 100 eyes.
Do you want to know what the footman has with them?
Yes, that would be useful.
Okay. The footman, let me just see. I didn't mention that, but it looks like all footmen in the book have a great spear. So.
And fucking tats.
Actually, no, that's not true. Give me a 1, 2, 3. Give me a D2. We'll do a
Give
coin
me a
flip.
Give me a D23.
One.
Regular spear. You lucked out.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Hit him with your rhythm stick.
With your
Your
best
beat
shot.
saber, if you will.
Hit him with the best shot.
And he will be trying to crash into you with his spear. So you may do your attack, Mark.
Alright. Let me just look at my skills. I'll have a +5 enforced. No wonder this doesn't make sense. This is Rhodri sheet. Here we go. Yes. No, I'm gonna fuck him up. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll with the +5. I'm not gonna do anything else. Save my passion.
Okay.
10. Rolled like shit.
He misses.
Oh, so did he.
That was close.
Yeah. He misses.
That
Yeah, I
could have
thought
been very
I thought he
bad.
critted for half a second. and
Yeah,
then he
I freaked out.
Yeah. Give me your sword damage. Or, yeah, you use sword, right? No, spear.
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 Give me your spear damage, but remember, you're not able to charge in this.
Yeah.
Spear. Spear, 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 spear.
14.
Okay. He's in pain. As you crash into him, we're going to go to Virgil. You have 2 opponents.
Virgil.
Would
I
you
do.
describe-
Virgil.
You have a footman.
Oh.
Give me a. I think in this case, because the footman and an armored guard with a great spear, we're not going to make you face 2 great spears. So this
Great, love
a
that.
soldier with a regular spear.
Okay, so foot soldier and armored guardsman. I get no +5 for the horse on the armored guardsman. Can I roll passion, please?
Yep.
Honor. There we go. 14 out of 18 success. So I am getting another +5 to this.
Okay.
Now let me figure out math here because I'm quite bad at it. I hate playing as Virgil because I have to do math on splitting my attacks. Okay, let's see here. So I have 16 to divvy up. I'm gonna get +5 to both of them, and then another +5.
You're gonna get +10 to one and +5.
Yes,
to the
+10 to one and +5 to another. Okay, so if I split 16 evenly. Sorry, this is not very interesting to listen to. Okay, so that'd be 8 to both. And then one would be 18 and another one would be 13,
13.
right? Yeah, okay, cool. All right, here we go. That's a low success on the footman.
Okay. Give me a sec.
And a not that much higher success on the spearman.
Success on both, though, so that's a positive.
That is a positive. I will at least get shield when they both stab me.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be optimistic if they both stab you.
A 5 and not great, dog.
5 is not great.
Damn you, Virgil. How dare you be in character?
It could be much worse. I could have gone in without armor on, and you would have followed me.
That's true. He would have definitely died, because he probably wouldn't have fought valorously or boldly in that case, but still. Virgil wants that glory. He wants to kill. He wants the blood.
Right?
He's gonna be a hero
That's
for
what
the
we're here
realms.
for, baby.
Checking something.
Just, double checking what the damage dice are gonna be.
No big deal. Just real
No
quick.
big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
He switches to physical dice for just one roll, and we just hear it clatter.
Oh!
Okay.
Hey! I win
total
one of those.
You win one trade.
You win one of those.
Yeah. So foot soldier does damage.
Correct.
Spear, which is not that bad. And you got your shield, right? For that one?
Correct.
14 damage. So you absorb it
That's
all.
not. Yeah, that's not enough. Hell
Aren't you
yeah!
glad you're armored now?
Yes.
Yeah, imagine that without it.
The spear. Oh, and I should roll damage on the other guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, on the armored guardsman.
Not great.
But you tag him good.
Yeah. The spearman gets the the thrust in, and Perin bounces it off of his shield and just snarls and goes, "You dishonorable cur! How dare you!" And then he just makes a slash, and somebody goes, "Ah!" to his right.
Love it. Alright. You hear, rally to the banner! Rally to the banner!
Well, you heard the man. Cut a path.
Awareness rules. Or battle.
I'm gonna roll awareness in this case because he's much more observant than he is strategic. Success.
Mark?
Oh, sorry, what was that?
Awareness or battle?
Awareness or back.
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted by chat. They're doing funny things again, Bob. They're being funny. Oh, not even close.
Keep it on the down low, Pomponia.
Okay. So it's just Edrich at this point. Edrich, you see something very worrisome up ahead. You see Duke Gorlois.
Oh,
He's
shit.
No.
in armed combat right now. And you see an unhorsed Madoc in front of him. And you hear from a distance, "Stand aside! Send me your father!"
I've gotta defend the prince. But I also don't want to do this to AP. Even if things would get strange. Is there a path to saving Madoc, to getting closer and fighting Gorlois off of him?
It's risky. It's gonna put you in bold for a round to get there. But you could get there.
Do you let us know, or would you just ride off?
Edrich will say, "Forget the banner for now. The prince needs our aid."
What? Let's go.
Right. So that we're charging as a group.
Edrich will go bold for one round. Oh god, I'm gonna die.
Florence will do the same to back Edrich up.
Alright. For all that are going bold, I need 2d6 rolls, please.
Oh, 2 ones.
A 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a
Watch
1
me get
and
2
a
6s.
1 and-
Oh, another one!
You got A6. Yeah. They're sending their bowmen against us, and it's gonna be bad.
A 5 and a 2.
You rolled a 7 on a D6.
I didn't. I rolled a 5 and a 2, you bastard. You jammy bastard.
So 2 Irish Kerns against Edrich.
Gorlois
One Irish.
working with the Irish.
One Irish Kern and a veteran knight against Florence.
Uh-oh.
Where is your rage? Where is your rage?
And what did Virgil roll? 5 and 2.
5 and 2.
One
My anger
veteran
is
knight
cold.
and a footman.
Fuck yes. I'm out of passions, you guys.
No, no! Surely you have one.
I have a bunch of 15s, but not many because I don't play Virgil very often. He hasn't had
Go
an
for 15.
opportunity
It's
to really grow
plus
him.
5, same as the other stuff.
I know, but like that's a
You need to-
25% chance of not working out for me, dog.
Let's start with the Kerns.
Start with the
Get those
Kerns.
fucking
My
Irish.
question is, what weapons are they using? And I'm going to activate a passion. I've already used my homage Uther. This is going to be amazing for my family and glory in gen. I would like to roll my love of family to protect the name of the Winterbourne Stoke forever. And this is absolutely going to wipe away the stain that I left on it when I took Oslaf.
Well, for sure. Why would I do anything else? Yep, makes sense.
That is a success. What are the Irish Kerns using?
Yep. Roll me. This is gonna sound weird, but roll me a D11.
Alright.
Twice.
Uh, 6 and a 10.
Okay. One has a bow, and the other one has a spear. Not a great spear. A spear.
Like wheat. Like wheat.
How do you want to split?
Alright. I would like to split 5 for the bowman, blocking the bow. Blocking the arrow. 5 to hit the bowman, and 10 to fight the spearman. So my first roll I'm going to make is going to be to block the arrow. The second roll I'm going to make is going to be hitting the bowman.
Okay.
The third roll I'm going to make is going to be striking the guy with the spear. That's not a great roll, considering the bonuses. But I am split in 3 ways.
Bowman misses.
Okay.
So you're gonna both block and successfully attack, so you can do damage there. And then the spearman.
18 for bow.
Spear was you got what did you get on the last one? 10, right?
12.
10. No, and the
Oh,
1d11
10.
roll.
Yeah. There will be blood shed. Man in the
Misses.
mirror, not his head.
Bad rolls on my part, so it's really good.
Oh,
Alright.
bad roll
Mountains
damage
don't
on
give-
mine, but I hit them both.
Yep, you tag them both. These are working out.
Mountains don't give back what
Alright.
they take.
We go on to our next person, which is Florence versus the Kern and the veteran knight. Mark, give me a 1d11 roll.
Alright. Let me just get my 1d11 dice out.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, and let us all tick Valorous.
Great. Oh yeah,
Yeah, you all get to do that automatically, actually.
Joke's on you, nerds.
already
Yeah.
done.
So you're
I already got stabbed today. Thank you very much.
You're fighting a javelin Kern, Mark, and you're also fighting the
Veteran Knight.
yeah,
Is Veteran Knight horsed?
he is.
God damn it. Alright.
Okay.
Alright, so here's how I'm gonna split it. I'm going to do 7 to defending against the javelin, 6 to attack the javelin, and 7 to attack the horse knight. Veteran knight.
I will warn you that the risk of the veteran knight is probably considerably better than the risk of the javelineer.
That's fair. In that case...
Not to persuade you, because it's possible that
I
those
get
rolls
that.
would work out perfectly in your favor, right? Like, for all I know, I'm taking away a crit that you were about to roll on a
yeah.
7. But,
No, it's a good point, though. I'll do 5, 5, and 10.
okay.
10 for the knight. As well, I'm going to roll my passion honor.
Okay.
To fight for the honor of the king and save the prince's life.
Okay.
Success.
Oh, yeah.
Plus 5.
Okay.
Very sorry, Megan. We gotta save him if we can.
Save his life. Alright, now I gotta do math.
It's true.
So he is unhorsed, correct?
Kern is unhorsed. Yep.
Yeah. So I get a plus 5 to this. Plus 10 in total. So I think that makes it a minus 5. For a total of 15 for the roll. Let's go. Right. Woo!
Hell yeah!
And he misses. Okay, give me your damage times 2 for that.
What
Technically,
a
this
dork.
was for the defense. It
Technically, yeah.
wouldn't have done damage. This one would be for the damage.
It would be so cool.
Which is a miss!
Oh no! Oh no! Hey,
No,
Bob,
with a crit, we'll say it's
that
reversed.
critical on
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. Like,
that's fair. Thank you.
Yeah.
I
let me
expertly
add
batter it
more.
away, but when it comes to hitting him, I just completely flop.
Fun fact, and I know we're not paying too close attention to the actual skirmish stuff, but a crit is a +2 to our combat score, so you're helping. That's a pretty huge help.
We do want to count those for the glory part of it after, so
Yeah.
Right.
probably worth.
So
Yeah.
keeping track of it.
Oh, that reminds me, I had 20.
All right.
All right, so now
Is it-
it's the
Yes,
veteran knight.
I've added that to it.
Perin. Oh no, yeah, that's right. You're going first. I lied.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Forgot you had a
this
second guy.
one's 10, plus 5. I think that's it. I think it's just 15
Yeah.
again.
Because he's on a horse.
Yeah, this isn't looking good. Nope,
Ah!
he's gonna hit me. No, he
No,
misses.
he isn't!
It's just this awkward exchange where you both just like don't get a good
Yeah.
position on each other.
I think like our horses like don't quite get close enough for us to actually hit each other.
Yeah.
I've played Mountain Blade. I get that.
Yeah, the internet glitched for a moment. The server glitched. You ended up 20 feet away from each other somehow.
I mean, even without that, it's just hard to steer a horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
Uh-oh.
that exchange goes in your favor. Now we go to Virgil. Virgil, you're fighting a veteran knight and a footman.
Veteran knight and a footman. Yes. So first things first. I'm doing a love of Lord Passion.
Okay.
That's a fail.
Ah.
Is that a minus for me then?
Nope, not with a 15.
No,
You're good.
it's just 15.
Cool. Not great then. 5. Ooh.
How do you
I'm
want to split?
sorry. I'm sorry for killing you.
Okay. Wait. Oh shit. I'm gonna split. I'm gonna give 5. I think to.
Let me tell you what the footman's using, actually.
Yeah.
Great spear.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so. Alright, so I get no bonuses against any of them. I'm gonna give, I think I'm gonna 3 to the footman, and then the rest to the knight.
Yeah.
Nate, you know what? No, actually, I'm just gonna give 1 to the footman. He can hit me. I don't care.
Yeah, okay. Sounds like Virgil. Yeah.
This is all about the knight now, baby.
Yep.
Come on.
He's the bigger target.
I'm shocked
yeah.
to see this.
Okay, that's versus the footman, right?
Correct.
1 sec.
Perin doesn't give a shit. Virgil doesn't give a shit about the. Yeah, Virgil doesn't give a shit about the
Only 3
the little
damage.
people.
only
Only-
3 damage.
only
All right,
3
that's not bad.
damage. Yeah.
That's not bad. Virgil doesn't give a shit about Madoc. He's just here for the blood. Oh, it's not a very high
Okay, that's it.
success.
Still a hit?
It'll get me my shield
Or
at
rather,
least.
still a successful shield. Yeah.
Got him.
And you win.
I want
you
this.
got him.
I want this knight dead. I want him so fucking dead.
Or ransomed.
No. Yes, I probably should ransom him, but I want him dead.
Yeah. Okay.
18. All right.
Yeah. The footmen, they're just like peasant soldiers, right? Like,
They're more skilled and they're not peasants. No.
They're men at arms.
They're men at arms, okay.
But they're not knights.
yeah. I think Virgil is just like the footman is fine. Whatever. He got pressed into service, but this fucking knight is doing this. He's doing a nighttime raid on an encampment. Is he for fucking real? And he just like literally takes the spear jab in the side as he goes to try to just like slash this guy as hard as he can with the sword.
Hell yes.
Bastard!
Awesome. All right. So, congratulations, guys. You guys all managed to survive your exchange.
All right, now for the hardest bit.
Okay. So,
Oh, I'll just 1 quick second. Someone's at the door.
let's give Thomas a second.
Yep.
I return.
Okay. So, as you ride close to Madoc, you watch as the Duke strikes down and you watch Madoc's sword leave him, and you watch the Duke carve down the prince in front of you. Madoc
No!
drops to the ground.
Holy crap.
Oh shit.
And with that, we're going to cut back to the others.
Oh fuck you, Bob.
Next episode, we'll be returning with AP Gaming Veil versus the 3 of you in the stand-up of the
Indeed.
century.
This is gonna be delightful.
One last scene before we close. Gonna go to BRB just to make sure no one gets interrupted. Be back in 2 minutes.
I knew it was only a matter of time, but I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was so close.
In hindsight,
I
we
would
got
have
a lot
told him
more.
I loved him.
I would say, in hindsight, we got a lot more time with Madoc than we usually do today. So
it's a good point.
I don't know if that's bit of a flag.
Oh, it was so weird when Madoc walked up to me and said that he'd finally met a girl that he wanted to settle down with, and they're having a child together. That he missed his mother, which I didn't even know he even knew his mother, but he found her and
Yeah.
he was writing a letter to her when I talked to him.
He was going to deliver it when this all happened. I
You
thought he
know-
was going to be fine, so he could deliver it to her, but
You know, he was just 3 days away from retirement.
no, yeah. And to be a prince who's retiring, he was getting too old for this shit.
Oh yeah,
Oh, right.
we're live, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Hello.
No, it's all good. People don't hate hearing that stuff. So, I think we're gonna cut back to the four of you having gone through that experience. Now you're standing in guard duty, and the fog has not stopped.
It's good that this night is uneventful. At least, so far as it is.
Indeed.
Why is there magic here?
I will say, I am not completely certain on my theory that it was a curse that made the man ill. Whatever Merlin was doing, I am not sure. He said he had no answers, only trade-offs, and I don't know what was traded.
I think Merlin is only here for one reason: to help Uther secure victory. Clearly, it comes at a price.
What is victory here? And what price is to be paid? This fog, it's not just weather. It's an omen. And I don't like the look of it one bit.
We saw it as Merlin was casting, but we did not see it elsewhere, not yet.
My father used to know a druid in the lands near Camelot Forest. He used to refer to the mist there as the dragon's breath.
Less
Aye.
fiery than one would anticipate, but yes.
Do you,
Am I... Oh,
do
sorry.
you think
By all
there's
means.
dragons here?
I hope not. Cynstenian grimaces.
I think that is unlikely.
I think... And he pauses for a real long time before he goes, I think that we can't expect anything here, good or bad. We just have to play the hand that's dealt to us.
On the other hand, expect the unexpected and you'll never be surprised. But through God, we will find our way, and through our sword arm, hopefully we'll make it alive.
You hear now the sound of riding from the direction of the King's Tent. It's late now, almost midnight, 1 a.m. Moon's high in the sky, though it's hard to see through the mist itself.
12:04 even.
Right? You see a rider come over the hillside. They're close enough to get a bit of a look. You may test awareness or recognize your choice, +5.
No heraldry?
No heraldry. on this.
Ah, fuck.
You know which one I'm picking.
Success.
Wait.
Success.
Wait, for Perin, you have
Huh?
something for Uther, yes? As a directed trait?
I do.
What is it?
I have suspicious Uther 15.
Roll that instead.
That is a failure.
Interesting. You now
Very
make
interesting.
make an awareness test.
That's a success.
The three of you watch as the rider comes out, and you get a good enough glance to see the face of him for a moment. He kind of pauses and turns. There's a smile on his face, and you can see the face of Uther looking at you. He's alone. Not another one with him. No one with him, in fact. The mist kind of flows low, and for a second, you lose sight of him. And then when the mist leaves, you see the armaments of Duke Gorlois.
What?
And the fog
know it.
continues to flow. You hear the sounds, distant sounds from the castle as this rider seems to fade in front of your eyes. It is the Duke! Open the gates!
Oh. Edrich. Sorry. Cynstenian, in a wave of understanding, his eyes grow wide, and he readies himself for action as this magical trickery, serving us, gets the gate open.
Why did
Maybe.
Why didn't he tell us that he was going to do this? Perin gets the guys that are right directly with him readied. If Uther didn't tell
And-
us, I imagine he didn't plan on us on charging, but I would
And
rather be there.
Sorry.
Oh
Can
no.
Cynstenian make a intrigue roll based on the rumors that he may have heard as to why Uther's going to war with the lady and about the Lady Igraine, I shall say.
Yeah, I think intrigue's fine, but I think for Liam it's suspicious.
Potentially something else as well.
Okay, and you can add what you'd like, but I think
That's a passion
And you're an
roll
intrigue.
that I'm adding to my. I can't add it to a passion to a directed trait, can I?
Oh, you succeeded. Interesting.
I did.
Yeah, you can.
Cool. Is it still just +5 for a 6? I've never had a 6 passion
Yeah,
before.
it's just a +5.
Okay.
Okay.
Perin needs to be down there right now. He needs to be down there.
You ride forward towards the causeway.
Yep. Legit, straight up abandoning his post.
Cynstenian is... They breed them weird in Winterbourne, Stoke. Cynstenian's going to try and follow Perin.
What is Rhodri doing?
Rhodri will follow Perin. Trust him a little more than anyone else.
Okay. The three of you make your way to the causeway. Now, this is just a reminder. This is that impregnable portion of the Knights died by. As you reach the bottom, the causeway, itself, the mist is still covered. Here it's thick. You can see two figures. First off, you see one riding as the gate has portcullis is opened and closed for the lone rider. So you watch as it slowly starts to close. Supernatural travel for certain. A moment he was in front of you, and then a moment later he had crossed the entire causeway and stood before the castle to be let in. Seems strange. The other figure is Merlin, who is almost hard to see as he walks amongst the mist. A frown on his face as he walks away. Like he's walking past you at the moment. Back up the hill.
Can I call out to him?
Or
Yeah, he's like
Gortrix
walking
is still in the
real-
forest.
real close to you. Gortrix is ordered where he is, which is not with.
Oh, gotcha.
Merlin.
He says, like almost not noticing you, and he looks up with an exhausted look on his face.
He's not going in to open the gates, is he?
He gives you a faint smile. He said to you once, perhaps soon, but perhaps not.
I know you've already done much. Do you know of any way I could get in there as well?
He shakes his head.
Then I suppose I might die trying. And he rides forward. I don't think he's noticed that the others have tried to follow him as well. He's too tunnel visioned right now.
I think Merlin will be like, Sir Perin. I think it's probably the first time he's ever called you anything other than knight or knight.
Correct. I didn't even know he knew my name. Perin stops just for a moment, faces him.
What gives you cause to rise forward this time?
I don't know. But there's been much talk about fate lately. And something deep and primordial inside me tells me that I have to be inside there. I don't know if it's true or my own delusions. I just need to know.
He looks to you a moment and says, we wait for a just kingdom.
That hits Perin like a truck. If I survive tonight, I would like to speak to you again. I have questions I don't know if you're able to answer, but maybe you can help me understand. And he doesn't wait. I don't think he waits for a response.
He just goes?
I think he just goes.
Expecting there to be more dialogue, Cynstenian kind of gives us a start and go, oh no. And he goes forward as well and goes, Sir Perin, please stop. Whatever is happening, you will be needed in the days to come. Don't die here.
He just now realizes that you guys have followed him, and he stops again. He goes, "What are you doing out here?"
We followed you. Because we
What?
thought there was something of more significance going on than the king entering to not open the gate.
No, turn back. Look after Orpheus's men and make sure we aren't
You come
ambushed
with
in this
us.
fog. I
You
can't
come
do
with
that.
us.
My brother has entrusted me with keeping you safe. I'm not
I-
going to let you wander in there alone.
I'm sorry, but this is something that I must do. I promise you.
Why? You yourself said you did not know what drove you. It could be anything. It could be nothing. What I know is two things: the material and the divine. The material, you are the head of your household, and you will be needed. Divine, magic is at work here, and magic will be at work later. Uther is doing something, and I don't know if you should be a part of it. If his
I-
actions now are not just, then the only thing to be done by entering is to stop him, and you will be shot at multiple times.
No, I don't intend to stop him. I simply need to know. I can't stand up to my king. I wouldn't.
The Perin, if you die, my brother will literally push me off the battlements. Don't go.
He looks back towards the castle. There was a time when I made the wrong call. When I waited when I should have pushed. And it was for the sake of my king. And I have always regretted that. I don't need you to understand, but I pray that you will at least... Pray you will never have to be in such a position. Let me go. I'll be fine. I promise. I'll find a way.
At this point, Rhodri looks to Sir Kynaston with a kind of a silent question of, are you going to stop him?
The only way... he has tried reason, he has tried compassion. I want to see if Cynstenian will kind of weigh up this duty that Sir Perin seems to have versus the duty of staying in the post and not going to get himself shot at like the dozens of knights that have gone there before. And I'm wondering what virtues those would be.
What do you think's driving you?
Yeah. What do I think's driving him, and what can I use to lever, essentially? What's driving Cynstenian to stop him as well?
Oh,
I would like to roll.
couple of things are driving Perin.
Yeah, a couple of things driving Perin, not least of which is his attraction to the Lady of Gren.
Impassioned directed trait, even.
Yeah. I think I'd like to roll...
Roll. You know what? I got a
Yeah.
good one. Give me trusting versus suspicious.
Yeah, I was also going to try and do like spiritual versus reckless, but let's do that. This one makes much more sense. Okay, success on trusting, suspicious failure.
Interesting.
Come on, man, you're gonna kill my secondary character with my primary character.
Rhodri, do you want to make the same test? Trusting
No,
versus
I know it.
suspicious?
I'm gonna assume because he's suspicious of 16. That answer is already
perfect.
chosen.
Then I'm gonna give this to you automatically. You
Alright.
see the same maddened look on Perin's face that you saw on Uther's at the standing stones.
I think in which case, Rhodri is going to very intently search Sir Kynaston and go, are you going to stand with him?
No, I won't allow that. I'll do this alone.
With
I'm
my
not dragging.
trusting verses.
I'm not dragging either of you into this.
With my trusting versus suspicious, I don't see the madness within his eyes. I think it's an entirely separate reason. Is that it, Bob?
Yeah, it's you're more busy in trying to
Yeah.
find a way to talk him, like to appeal to him, than to figuring that part out, I guess. Right? Like what is driving Perin's motive, where Rhodri sees that relatable look.
Yeah.
Mad and lust for grain.
Mm.
Not
Beyond
quite
use
over
of
the top like
force. Yeah. Yeah.
Rhodri has a
Beyond-
solution.
Yeah. Beyond use of force, Sir Perin, I cannot stop you. But Sir Rhodri, I will not stand with him.
Alright
I
then.
must.
With that, Rhodri is going to draw his sword
Okay.
and point it towards Sir Perin and go, Sir Perin, in the name of my brother and my house, I cannot allow you to do such a foolish thing. I will stop you.
By doing this,
Then you'll
Edrich will also draw. No, sorry. Cynstenian will also draw his blade.
Then you'll have to kill me. I won't draw my blade against you.
With respect, that will make grappling easier.
I will not kill you. But we will take you into custody if need be. For your own safety. I know not what madness has gripped your mind, but I will not allow your death to affect my family's relation to yours. The alliance between our two houses is important to my brother. Thus, it is important to me. And I will not allow you to get yourself killed and ruin that for all of us.
Do not die defying and being in dereliction of duty.
Perin draws his sword, but he draws it reverse grip style in a way that you can see he's no intent to use it. And he drops it so that it plants into the ground beside his horse. And he goes, then give that to him. He'll understand.
Cynstenian moves forward and he's going to try to grab you.
Florence is gonna... not Florence. Rhodri is gonna point his sword at you so you can't run. Basically run towards the castle. He's between you and the castle.
Perin's gonna put up a resistance, but he can't. He's not going to try to hurt you guys. And he's got one arm, so like he's not gonna be able to win this. Still though,
You might. Cynstenian's strength isn't the highest.
oh buddy, no, no, I'm not.
You are
I'm not winning
impassioned.
this.
You
I
are
am
impassioned. That is the thing.
Do we want to roll
But
this
that's
out?
the thing.
Is that the interesting way?
It is the interesting way, but here's the only thing that Perin sees is he's thinking about what happens next. And what happens next is these two get killed trying to chase me and making a ton of fucking noise while we try. Like, Perin believes in at least his ability to maybe sneak into the castle by himself in the fog, in the quiet. But if they start roughhousing and then running, it's not happening. So, he's going to resist, but I don't think he's any intent. Like he knows he's lost this. He has failed. He has not been able to convince them, and so that's it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Liam, but
I-
Cynstenian doesn't
apologize
know
to
you like
me.
Edrich does. Yeah.
Don't
I will
apologize
say-
to me.
If Cynstenian was like, I'm just gonna leave this situation alone, Rhodri would have just left you. He's not
It's
gonna go
good.
without
I can
some
put
sort of back-
responsibility on him now. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, well, I can blame it on him.
Interesting. All right.
One of you grabs my sword, though, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh yes.
Rhodri would grab.
Oh, good.
That's the special sword.
It just lies there on the thing, and a random footman goes by and picks it up and goes, "Huh,
This is a
the
Nice
yeah,
sword.
the heart
this
of
is
the
a beautiful sword. This is a
Yeah.
beautiful sword. I should hope that the man who crafts it puts that much care and dedication into everything they do.
But yes, like, even as he resists, Cynstenian is, going to be as gentle but firm, I suppose is the name of the game, as he, stops you from doing that.
We
The
placed
whole
Sir
way
Perin
back-
under house arrest.
Yeah, the whole way back, Perin just, like, he basically turns around on whichever horse of your guys' that he's on and just watches the castle from the distance as it disappears into the fog. And he doesn't say anything. He knows he can't convince you guys to go back. Frankly, it would look stupid if we went back now.
I was like,
It would
ah,
look
you're
silly.
right. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's just as a treat.
Yeah, why not?
But at one point, you hear him say, "Soon we will have a just king." And I would like to petition you, Mr. Bob, to to acquire a new passion, hatred Uther.
Oh, buddy.
I think so. I'm just thinking where hatred applies in general, the game mechanics. For example, Uther only has suspicious Gorlois. Is it just an
Correct. I would be also comfortable either bumping that up or I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know,
it
but
deserves a bump up. If
yeah,
you got it.
I definitely agree. But let me just see if there's hatred. I want to see if there's hatred.
because there's hatred, the Picts. I hate the Picts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's a whole people's, you know.
Well, that's like normally
Yeah.
like the kind of kill on sight kind of thing.
I'm gonna charge into battle for Uther,
Yeah.
shouting, "Fuck Uther!"
yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
give me
Yeah,
hell.
it's please me.
I'm just seeing. Give me 1 second.
Do yeah, you do some real hound type shit. Fuck the king.
Yeah. I think suspicious. Suspicious is with a bump makes sense to me. That's what I would say.
We can talk about the
Yeah.
specific
Up
of
it
the
by
bump later.
1d6 even.
I would like to make it 20 if we can. Fuck this guy.
What is your normal suspicious?
It is directed. Oh, my normal suspicious is 11. Currently, I have I
With
think
it.
a +4 to
+4?
suspicious Uther.
Okay. Give me roll 2d4.
That's
Hell
a +7.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're suspicious Uther 10, 11.
I have a 21 suspicious Uther now.
Yeah.
22.
I have a 22.
Didn't you say your suspicious regularly was
15?
11?
Oh yeah.
Right.
My suspicious regularly. Yeah.
Yeah, 15 plus 7 is 22.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
That's good stuff.
That's rolling to
good
see
stuff.
what Perin thinks Uther's doing in that fucking castle, the piece of shit.
Now,
We all
Edrich
know what he's
failed.
doing.
Sorry. Yeah, we all know what he's doing. Cynstenian failed the intrigue roll, which I choose to believe he wasn't listening to the rumors. Edrich 100% would go, he's going in there under the guise of Gorlois to have sex with Igraine, rape by proxy.
By the way, just to touch on that topic, because I think it's important with a stream show, that is the way in which this is an event taken from Sir Thomas Malory, the Mot d'Arthur, and Excalibur.
Yeah.
Based on that. So, not always people's favorites, but not meant to be a real good guy in this moment, anyways.
No.
No. Uther's rarely a good guy in any of the medium, if only just because Arthur is so good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is our night. A lot has happened tonight.
Yeah. Oh God, Madoc,
Next,
this is gonna be awful for the rest of the favored sons.
and just
Yeah.
just a note, we'll have AP back, and we will do
Yeah.
that fight in a full-on combat style. See you
What
guys.
a
Yes, we will.
what a
Yeah.
fun day.
A fun day. What a lovely day.
What a lovely day.
You know what? Well, I got you guys here too. As we're doing outros, I'm gonna cut your icons back to the other ones so that we don't have to do that with AP in the room.
Yeah, out of curiosity too, for my own curiosity.
Yeah.
What is Uther's suspicious Gorlois?
Oh, it's high.
Is it how high?
I think you might be higher than his. It's 'cause
Yes, that's what I wanted. I
Yeah.
fucking despise this man now.
Well, okay.
This is exactly why Edrich was like, "Don't do anything."
I wasn't gonna do anything.
Uther has
This is
suspicious
exactly-
14, and then he has mistrust as a directed trait of Duke Gorlois of Cornwall +5.
Yeah, legit. Thomas and or Mark, whoever it was that I was talking about this with, when I was like, Perin's not planning treason. This is fine. This is like he's still loyal to Uther. He's just upset about the whole situation. And I said, unless one specific thing happens, in which case then Perin's gonna start planning treason. Hey, guess what just happened?
That
Yep.
thing?
It's that
Yeah.
thing.
But wait, there's more.
But wait,
Oh man, great
Nothing like
session.
fighting-
Holy shit.
Smell of treason in the morning.
smells like maple syrup.
Okay. Let's do some outros. So, just gonna talk a little bit about the schedule for anyone that's watching this week. We are off for Valentine's Day for Gathering of Branches. Liam is going to gratefully run, or not gratefully, we're grateful that he's going to run Open Pendragon this week on Thursday. So,
Yep.
feel free to check that out. And I still gotta flip you my
Yep.
stuff for that. From there, I've got some D&D sessions on the weekend, and then we're back next week with Fall of Uther featuring AP Gaming Reel, first time in our new setup. Should be fun.
Nelly.
It's gonna be the
Ooh,
end of
Nelly.
something, that's for sure. I think, or somebody. We'll find out. So,
Oh,
And
yeah.
then, just to double check, and it's okay if it's still up in the air, but you were potentially going to join the Open Pendragon this Thursday as either a player or an NPC, right?
I gotta check that one out.
You got to double check. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That depends.
Still though, if you do, it'll be fun.
yeah. If I can, I will most certainly be there. Awesome. All right, we'll kick it down to Thomas.
Alrighty. My name is Thomas. I've been Sir Edrich of Winterbourne Stoke and Sir Cynstenian of the same. I have many thoughts about what has happened in this session, not the least of which is I'm so glad I put my armor on. I'm so glad I put my armor on. I would not want to die to AP gaming while naked. But yes, that's me. I don't have any projects. Nothing really going on. I am a ghost online. Do not perceive me. Everything should be good. That is me. Looking forward to next session.
Awesome. And Mark.
Yeah. Hello, I've been Mark, and I've forgotten my handy dandy thing, but I'm sure someone else will pick it up for me.
Oh, sorry, guys.
But yes, I have been playing Sir Florence of Idmiston and Sir Rhodri of Idmiston. Oh boy, a lot of fun shit going down. It's gonna be a nightmare for us moving forward. But I also have some other projects that I am working on and will be releasing as time goes on, such as the Cat's Meow Masks series. Very soon, I shall be uploading a recap of the first session or issue, because it did not save, because, you know,
Oops.
Twitch sucks sometimes.
They love to
Um,
do that sometimes,
yeah.
you know.
But yes, and that should be around next week, not this week. And yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed, and I think that's me.
Hi everybody. I am Liam. I've played Sir Dallin of Sir Perin of Durnford. Sorry, I was talking about Dallin in our handy dandy Discord, where we got all the memes and shit. And also I play Perin and Virgil, which I had a great time with both of them today. They've got such different vibes. It's so fun to explore them. Oh boy, I don't have anything to plug right now except for yeah, there's the Discord memes, hand drawn by Megan, who's our Iranway player on Gathering of Branches. I don't have anything to plug right now, but I'm getting pretty close to the start of a release of a big project of mine that I've been working on for a while. Mark's been helping me out with that as well as my kind of co-creator, and whatnot.
Assistant producer.
Whatever. Anyway, that's it. Farewell.
Wait, hold on. Hi, I didn't see you there. Did you know we have a Discord? Handy dandy Discord. The Herald put it there. Anyway, this is my phone with you. Oh, Bob, you're muted, I
You
believe.
muted, yeah.
Okay. Oops. All right. Have a good one, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Farewell.
Bye.
Farewell.